Hello and good time zone. My name is JMKitsune, content maker and dungeon master for the following campaign you are about to watch. I take a bunch of my friends who are also creators and run them through a fantastical fantasy adventure in the world of Final Fantasy. We will be playing every Wednesday at 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my Twitch channel. Please come watch us live if you have the opportunity. However, back episodes and future episodes will be uploaded to my YouTube the Tuesday after they air on Twitch at noon EST every week. You can also check them out there. In the meantime, please enjoy.
I'd forgotten about that.
What did I walk in
I
on?
love it.
The lost city of Atlanta.
Oh yeah, the best Futurama episode.
God,
Like
Atlanta
three
sucks.
Futurama episodes, and that's it.
All right. Just as a reminder, everyone, you are now on the internet. Whatever you're gonna say, make sure it's something you can live with.
Oh no.
Oh
But
boy.
Your job hinges on you being a good person. Well, quit your job.
I don't think anybody at my job knows how to work Twitch.
Given how things are
know-
down where you are, I think your profession could use a bit more progressiveness.
Your
Yeah,
your thing still says
People at my
Batman
job
on
don't
it.
know how to attach things to emails, so
What was that, Danny?
Your thing still says Batman Arkham.
No, I
on it.
just gotta refresh it. I updated it after I hit live.
Okay.
Because apparently OBS is done like that.
That's fair.
But yeah, just it should be updated out the user. All right, everyone's here. We are finally alive. And for those watching, the reason why there is you're boosting the Discord server. Anyway, due to the fact that many of us aren't rich and can afford nice fancy computers, webcams will be limited for those who do not have them. I.e., you will be seeing the art of the characters, the audience.
ooh.
The two Moogles were drawn by Britt, who is playing DFA. The three in the corner, which are, I'm going to say it wrong, Corey.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Corey, Hyacinth, and Dell were done with a pick crew. Making sure?
Yes, they were.
Okay.
At least mine was.
Well, no, you all three are the exact same like format. That's why I'm making sure. And then Mike's, it's
Also
it's relatively the same, like, you know. And then Mike's was yours a pick crew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all four were by pick crews. Okay. As this is D&D for the audience, the chat, we will not be ignoring you. We're just focusing on game, so do not mistake our inattention for ignoring. I will, of course, let everyone self-promote any of their stuff before we get started, if they have anything they want to promote. If not, we can just jump right into the game. Say, Harrison, do you have any of your stuff going on YouTube soon?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
The moment
I'm
he
on-
commits to it, he actually has to put something up.
Yeah, right.
Only because I know that 14 updated, what, a month or so ago?
Yeah, 2 months ago.
Slacker.
But eventually I will be putting up more Final Fantasy 14 videos on my YouTube, Captain Indifferent.
Very good tutorials, good info. Probably the most I learned from the tutorial. Did I retain it? That's a different question. To my knowledge, Icarus, you got only your GKC on Fridays?
Yeah, just that.
Okay. And that is on twitch.tv/turn-to-page 394. It is a game that Icarus has been making and running for 2 years now.
Yeah, I think we're coming up on 2.5. September of 2019. So
A panini. And I believe everyone else is kind of like, you know, a usual here that has things to promote, like Mike.
But I'll promote my stream when I actually stream again.
Exactly. But otherwise, welcome everyone. This is my first attempt at DMing Pathfinder versus 5e, so this will be fun for all. And if at any point I fuck up, Harrison and or Britt will be gracious and helpful and understanding. Because they know more than I do.
I have never once been gracious or helpful.
She's lying, and I'm going to use that against her later. Also, thank you, Dazzy, I think that was? Raz, thank you.
Razzle dazzle.
Alright, so, for those who are watching, you see a map in the corner. That is the map of the game world. As the party progresses, I will move the cursor so you guys have an idea where in the world they are. It is not labeled because there will be spoilers in some of the places. I don't want to spoil things for the party or the audience. Because I know for a fact that some of the players would figure shit out too quick. They're smart cookies. Below has all the characters' info. Immediately got slapped by Nightbot. What did Nightbot do? Oh, because the emotes. Yeah, fuck Nightbot. So yes, we will start the game right off. I'd like to welcome everyone to the world of Elohelm. It is currently the year 3031 Common Era. The world is divided by both vast oceans and political powers that refuse to do anything but believe themselves the dominating power on the planet. The Republic of Vale is a collection of territories in the northwest under the rule of the two cities Cleonis and Iraxo. Unification treaties have come to unite the majority of the continent in an attempt to stop the constant struggle that was Iraxo and Cleonis, being one a superpower of military, one of politics. Under this new arrangement, the northwest continent has shown great thriving and progress. However, some would say it's going a little too well. Beyond that, to the southeast is the Cordis Empire. The oldest nation currently has lasted generations without much in the form of change in rule. They were forged in war, and they are proud of that fact. Their history is complicated, for no country forged by war can be without bloodshed. Watching the unification of Vale has left the Empire a bit uneasy. Being an empire themselves, they know you don't gather that much land, power in unification without the temptation to want more. And not far west of the Empire is the Ionian League. They're a collection of city-states, unified as their wish to remain untouched by the Republic to the north, the Empire to the east. Due to resources as well as general location, they have been able to maintain the neutrality, though both countries do eye them with a bit of desire to grab them the minute the opportunity strikes. The Republic has had a comfortable, albeit strained, relationship with the Empire. Both sides distrustful and both sides waiting for someone to do something. However, this is mostly in the political aspect. On the aspect of most people, there's no real problems. They don't see a reason to fight, they don't see a reason to war, they just want to live their day-to-day lives. We find ourselves starting our story on a small island called Scione. It was once a wealthy island, known for timber, fishing, a good vacation spot. However, with the modernization of things and just progression of time, Scione has fell out of favor and it's declined. It's sparsely populated now, and it's known for bygone memories. As we arrive, though, it's about dusk, and stepping off of a boat, coming from who knows where, we find two people. Specifically, the first, a Shindroid. As they walk off the gangplank, they look over their shoulder and make sure they're not being followed. Then carry into town. The Shindroid is named Delphi. Icarus, would you care to describe Delphi?
Yeah. So he's, I think, I put him in at about 6'2", which should make him intimidating, and yet it does not. He tends to kind of curl in on himself a little bit. He has long black hair that he has pulled into a very messy braid. It looks like he doesn't quite know how that was supposed to work, but he just gave it his best shot. It's pulled forward over his shoulder, and he keeps kind of tugging at the tail of it. He has really, really bright violet eyes that he tries not to look at anyone too long with. They kind of keep moving constantly. And his skin is sort of this pale bluish gray that probably doesn't look necessarily out of place because, all types, but definitely unusual. He's dressed in kind of a mishmash of traveling clothes that look like they're either from thrift stores or maybe were tossed out. They're a little threadbare. Just kind of, they were available. Yeah.
Of course. Not far behind Delphi. Strutting off with a bit more purpose. Certainly not as anxious. We have our second character. This one seems to be carrying with them a mighty weight. Which is good because as a Roegadyn, they can carry many burdens. Adrian, would you please describe our Roegadyn friend? Hey, Adrian.
You're muted. She's muted.
I think they're muted.
They're muted.
Unmuted now.
There we go.
Yeah.
I was drinking water. Anyway.
No, I wasn't sure if it was a Discord issue. Go ahead.
She's about 6'8", with dark grayish blue skin and bright red eyes. She has violet hair that she's kind of thrown up in a really messy ponytail. And she has kind of scary teeth. She's a little intense looking. She looks like she's looking for somebody. There we go.
Just make sure you're good.
Yes.
Okay. Our two new arrivals to Scione, Delphi and Cordy, have clearly arrived for different reasons. Delphi having, as we can tell, hoped to put distance between them and where they last were. Scione being so far out of the way, so scarcely populated, and from what you can tell, run down. Perfect place to just disappear and start over. Kiori, though, with the purpose they're walking with, hope to find something and find it quick. While the two walk through town, unbeknownst to them, are two Moogles chilling out on the port. What they're doing is their business. One is dressed a bit more flamboyantly than the other, and we will start with them. Magzio and EFA, would you, introduce yourselves?
DFA is sitting there in full dragoon armor that gleams kind of a purplish black in the sun. And she looks like she's concentrating on a set of cards before her. And she slams an armored hand down and says, "You're cheating! You're cheating again!"
I would do no such thing.
"Show me the cards. I don't believe you."
Then Bogzio lifts up his hand in front of his bright yellow like trench coat. Like it's it's Moogle size, so it's just kind of like a leather chamois. And he'd be like, "Look, no tricks, Kupo."
She looks like she doesn't quite believe it, but she goes back to rearranging the cards as they were. Other than that, she looks like your standard Moogle.
Very good. As this card game progresses, and our two new arrivals stroll into town to do their own deeds, we've shifted the camera a bit to a tavern. Rowdy as you would expect. End of the day, the workers are in there burning off what steam they have left, getting their fill of mead, food, and revelry. Inside, though, one of the patrons is not like the rest. You could say they're not like the rest because of who they are, but you could also say because not everyone is sliding between tables and using sticky fingers. Would the Vira in which we're describing like to introduce herself? Themself, I should say.
6 foot. Oh, can you hear me? Standing
Mhm.
at 6 foot tall, not counting the ears, is a with long hair, almost to their waist, and flowers interwoven with the curls and the braids. As they flit the table, checking to see if anybody wants any tonight as they're courting, they slip their fingers onto the table, and instead they start stealing silverware. Any particularly shiny forks. Find someone who might want their company for. And this is Hyacinth.
I am going to say,
And
because you're doing that.
eventually they.
Keep going, I'm just going to look up something real quick. Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. They're just watching people at this point. They've taken 2 spoons and 1 fork
Since
until they find a table that's not as crowded, sit and watch.
since you were going between table to table, I would like you to do a sleight of hand to see if anyone notices you taking shinies.
God, what is that?
First roll of the game, and it's a sleight of hand. The tone has been set.
Let me find my new sheet that I had to fix. Did I die?
No, I didn't hear anything. What did you roll?
18, 15
Okay.
plus 3.
Yeah, you passed. You're able to,
Okay.
as you navigate between, say, 15 tables, each one full of patrons, you're able to acquire, say, 5 spoons, a fork, and a watch.
Oh no.
It's a pocket watch, so don't worry. It's not like you're not sliding it off their wrist. It was just on the table. But it was a silver one, so
Hyacinth
of
is gonna
course.
look at the Hyacinth is gonna look at the watch like, oh, that's not what I want. Oh well.
It's silver. It could probably fetch for something. Also,
But they're
yeah,
I was just gonna say they're just like, oh, that's not a fork. It's not a spoon.
across the room, though, not standing out too much. They're just, sitting among the other patrons, is a halfling taking part in their mead and stuffing their face after who knows how long they've been out today. Elric, please introduce yourself.
Me. Okay. Stands about 6'4", pretty lean build. You can tell he's wearing darkened Elvan style leather armor. Has a long red scarf. really dark raven black hair, swept up, kind of short, little bit of a chin goatee, and purple eyes. And he's like slightly tanned looking, and he has a vertical scar on his right eye, and pointed ears, but they're little shorter than you would typically see on an Elvon. And he just has a large sword, great sword on his back.
All right. During all of the stuff, do you happen to pay much interest to the Vieta in the room, navigating her way through the place, or are you keeping to yourself?
I'm mostly just keeping to myself.
Okay, fair enough. Um, let's see. Make this fair. Okay. Hyacinth, your navigation has been, for the most part, fruitful, as you noticed. But you happen to bump into a large figure. And they're wearing heavy leather clothing due to their size, probably the only thing they can wear. Specifically, they're a Galka. You've been here for a while, so you know them. It's the bouncer, Focus. And he's staring down at you. And you realize, oh crap, that looks only reserved for a few. He gets close enough so your eye level and goes, Fuzzy Bunny should put those back.
Darling. Can I keep one? Just one. Can I make a trade?
In a very grumbly voice, he goes, you know the rules. Don't want you getting hurt.
Ugh. Fine. Can you put this strange thing back? I don't know where it is, and it's not what I wanted. And Hyacinth's hands is trying to take Focus's hand and palm.
His hand is like big enough that you need both your hands to move his. Like if he had put it on your head, he could like encompass your entire head with your in his hand. But he does give you his hand as you're trying to pull it.
And Hyacinth gives doe eyes of just one seems to want some bunny for Hyacinth just hands all of the forks. And plucks a flower from there.
I'll say Focus closes the hand on the forks and just smiles thankfully that you saw reason.
Yes. Hyacinth plucks one flower, and it's a lavender flower from their head. Reaches up, tries to put it into Focus's hair.
Focus's eyes look at the flower, obviously contrasting with their normal attire. They're not exactly the flower type, but they don't remove it. They walk away and head for behind the bar with the silverware. As they walk behind it, Hyacinth, you notice the barkeep is a Hypello and doesn't ask questions, just continues on their day. But at this point, a lot of you here that are inside the tavern and a lot of you outside hear a loud noise. The noise is coming from beyond the town, but it's loud enough to be heard throughout it. For those in the tavern, do you wish to investigate or are you staying inside?
Yeah, I'll investigate.
Does Hyacinth investigate as well, or is she staying in?
Hyacinth is wait to see if there's another sound after that.
Okay. For those of you outside, which would be Dell, Mogzio, DFA, and Gory, are you going to try to investigate the noise, or are you just going to ignore it and just not even bother?
I'm gonna investigate.
Okay.
Definitely gonna investigate because it might be something bad, and I need to know immediately if it's something bad.
Fair.
I'll
DFA is
probably
gonna
Good.
immediately grab Mogzio's hand and go, "Let's go!" And she just charges towards the sound.
with my other hand, almost cartoonish, like as I'm being dragged the other direction. Just with one hand, he kind of just waves his hands across the cards, and they just all they're all contained in his palm as he gets yoinked out of.
Those cards are probably expensive. I don't blame him. As you all run to investigate, and as Hyacinth is waiting, there is another sound. It's the exact same as the first. It sounds like someone breaking glass, being destructive. And it's reaching the town, and for those outside, it's clearer than it is for those inside. As Elric, you get outside, and the others are moving towards the tavern. You all kind of converge on each other. I assume by this point Hyacinth's going to follow after the second time hearing it.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
You lot have come outside, listening again to find out where the sound's coming from. From behind Hyacinth comes Focus and the bartender. The bartender, a green overall wearing, orange handkerchief wearing around the neck, Hypello, named Jonas, shakes their head and mutters something to Focus before Focus goes back inside. Looking into you, the Hypello points towards the northwestern part of town and goes, "Impossible! Impossible! They're getting worse!" Expecting you to know what they're talking about.
First.
If you said something, Danny, you
Jump.
cut out.
Oh. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hyacinth is just gonna look at Jonas like, who's getting worse?
The bandits! They're ruining the northwestern
Oh.
region.
Jonas, don't judge people for their livelihood.
Jonas tilts his head and just stares at you. Not judgingly, but almost like a incredulous, like, you're joking. You're defending people that are destructive.
Hyacinth just stares back with this look of like, what do you want me to say? And then throws their hands up and just walks further towards the sound away.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
Was I close enough to hear that conversation?
Yeah, you guys had all converged outside the tavern by that point.
Okay.
And all of you had been witnessing the Hypello talking to this Vera and the Vera defending supposed bandits for their profession.
So I guess I'll ask Jonas Elric will ask Jonas if these bandits are they the kind that just kind of steal, or are they like destructive and possibly harmful to people?
Okay. Jonas studies you. You aren't from around here, so he doesn't know who you are. But he does realize you are trying to be helpful. Came here a year ago. Then he goes on to explain that due to the town being as run down as it is, the outer parts of what used to be the town are left in ruins. Abandoned homes, abandoned farmsteads, just disarray. The bandits had came here from who knew where. The town tries to not get involved. and they would ransack the ruins and just get their fill of hunt, drink, and harassing the townspeople. For the most part, they just rolled with it, saying it's fine, it's whatever. But recently, say the past 2 weeks, it'd been getting worse. And always happening at night versus in broad daylight.
So worse how?
Some people had reported their things being stolen. A few people had reported being harassed. And one going as far as to saying they woke up to a bandit in their home taking things from their room while they slept.
That's all he needed to hear. His eyes kind of he kind of furrows his brow a little bit, gets a little, you can see a little anger in his eyes, and he starts heading towards the sound.
Okay, that's two. And the other four of you?
Is it daytime now?
It's about dusk, so like the sun's hanging low. It's that nice warm time of day. Well, warm colored.
All Corey had to hear was bandits, and she's on board.
That's three.
Dell is definitely nervous, but I think he's also going to follow along because it's like, this is, you're not supposed to do. I could help, right? Yeah.
Okay. And then for the Moogles?
DFA would be still running towards wherever she hears the sound.
Okay, so DFA's already gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, there's no hesitation. It's very much, that's a sound. I need to know what that sound is. It's probably bad. I can't leave him on his own. It's one of those, like, watching a pinball clink around several times.
That being said, obviously you've all noticed each other. Are you going to be going together or just going on your own and ignoring the rest of each other?
I'd say I'll try to keep up with who's ahead of me.
As of right now, based on size, I would say Hyacinth, followed by Corey, then you, then Dell, and then the two Moogles pinballing behind everyone.
Yeah, I'll try to keep up with the two ahead of me.
Okay. Hyacinth, are you even aware that others are following you? Or are you not paying attention?
Is muttering to themselves about honor among thieves and not bugging the locals and being nice people and being and they are fully like talking to themselves at this point as they're like waving their arms around, just heading towards the sound, completely unaware of the people behind them.
Oh, just because Corey's the next one in line. I want you to roll a perception. Yeah, perception to see if you can actually hear any of this.
Me?
Yes, I want to see if you can even hear the just general. How dare they
muttering.
fucking? Yeah, like how fucking dare they? We're supposed to be the good bad guys. These fuckers.
Okay. Where's my sheet? There it is.
Also,
okay, so it's going to be a 12.
You're not hearing coherent words. You're probably getting like every other word, like fucking, bandits, honor, assholes, local. Like you're hearing every other part, and you're just like, what is her problem? What is their problem? Like what the hell?
I'm gonna kind of catch up to them and be like, "You okay?"
Hyacinth just like, of course I'm fine. Would you like me to help you be okay?
What do you mean by that?
Company. Do you need a friend?
I mean, I'm not opposed to friends, but right now I kind of want to fight stuff.
Oh, how nice. Good. Then we're on the same page then.
Great. Let's go.
Because
And
of
Hyacinth
Start
is going to,
sprinting.
oh God.
while you two are talking about that whole thing,
Okay.
obviously you've slowed down a bit to communicate. Because of the fact I know I need. DFA, can you do a I'm gonna say do an acrobatics roll. Because like you were trying to navigate around all these people because you want to find the problem. And
I'm
all
so happy.
in all
That
these
was my first roll of the game. Nat 20.
Oh god. Okay. So as I said originally, because the Moogles are smaller, they're going to be moving a little slower than everyone else. Everyone, one by one, from Dell to Elric, Rory to Hyacinth, notices these little two puffballs zooming, like zigzagging between their legs, around them, and just pushing past as if you are a problem and you need to move. They are in a hurry and you are just in the way. And each of you does not have the nowhere or anything to stop them or be aware they're coming until you see this little puffball float past you. And yes, while it's happening, Mogzio is being dragged, just waving at each of you, just like.
Dell just calls after the little like whizzing, moving things. Sorry.
Nope. Mogzio's,
DFA.
okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's say Mogzio's poor wings are just kind of like they're kind of weak. Like he could use them, but like he barely has the constitution to stay flying. It's just like they're just barely flapping to avoid him, like impacting with the ground as he's being just dragged.
For the record, you guys are on a path, so that there isn't as much in terms of like random rocks, but you are like in a way bouncing every few every few feet with your wings, trying to keep you afloat because you're realizing if I don't, my pants are gonna rip or my jacket's gonna get ruined, and DFA doesn't care. Like I got to be a little bit proactive here. Also,
She's not a monster, though. She does say, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, sorry," to everybody. It's like she doesn't have the foresight to really avoid them until it's last minute. So it's just, "Sorry, excuse me," each time.
Oh god. I'm just picturing this and it's just in my head. Everyone just being nudged over by a furball and them going, is that a child?
Is it a child? Is it a cat? I don't know.
Just because
Yeah, Corey's baffled.
I want all the non-Moogles to roll intelligence so they can determine if they actually can understand what DFA is.
All right, what are we rolling?
Just a straight intelligence, because unlike Mogzio, the armor is covering most of their body, so you can tell that Mogzio is a Moogle.
Can't give you straight, but I can give
I got a nat 20.
Okay, that's one
I
nat
got
20.
a modified 20.
Modified 20.
I got a dirty 20.
So I rolled.
I got a 13.
Okay.
A 17.
Okay, all of you pass. You're all like consciously aware. Okay, the one being dragged is a Moogle. I don't understand, but the one doing the dragging is also a Moogle. All this means. for the two lower rolls, you guys are more concerned of how do they have a Moogle-sized armor. Like a Dragoon's armor is very unique. Everyone knows what it is. But seeing a Moogle in full Dragoon armor is just like, they make him that size? Those of you who got the dirty and nat 20, you guys are just more like, I thought Moogles could fly. Why are they running? Like, your awareness of Moogles is like, wait a minute. Their anatomy literally has wings. What the fuck? And by this point, the two of Moogles have reached Hyacinth and Corey and, like, just passed by enough to enact a interaction.
Corey's gonna kind of yell after them and be like, "Hey, yellow dude, you need help or something?"
Are you being kidnapped?
Yeah.
My bad.
Is this consensual?
I'm just gonna say again, help.
Oh no.
Oh,
Is this related to the banditry?
oh
Is she
god.
stealing you?
I feel like in the time that it's taking you guys to ask these questions, or y'all to ask these questions, we're just gone.
Yeah.
I don't think
Hyacinth
DFA's
is just
stopping.
confused. No.
She has a very one-track mind. That's all she can afford to have.
That's all she can afford.
It's
Yeah.
It's like a
very
Tinkerbell.
much. There's a noise. I'm gonna follow it. She's not even thinking about Moxio at this point.
All right. Well, do any of you attempt to stop the Moogle kidnapping the other Moogle? You all do have
Hyacinth is
size.
just confused. The Hyacinth just follows and is like, I don't know.
I'm afraid to grab one because I might crush it.
They're about three. They're about like
Yeah.
what, 3 feet exactly. So they're like half your size,
I'm 6'8".
almost half your
So
size.
they're half my size.
I think I'm 3'2".
Half my size. So I'm more worried about getting tripped than anything.
I think DFA is only
Running
taller
into
than
those eggs.
Moxio if you count the puff.
You always count the puff.
I think that's the only way she would be taller.
Okay. Wow. I'm assuming the rest of you are just gonna keep chasing after the
Yeah.
furball. Okay.
Yes.
Corey's gonna keep going.
Okay. That's not at all how I
Follow
imagined that
that
was gonna happen.
Moogle.
Things I never expected was going to happen for the first session was everyone follow the Moogle.
That's
get
your
ready for it.
mistake.
Follow the bouncing Moogle. Anyway,
The
yeah.
kidnapped Moogle.
Yeah.
It wasn't Puff the Magic Dragon, it's Puff the Magic Moogle. We're gonna follow.
Oh, God. The four of you chase the kidnapped, quote-unquote, Moogle for about, we'll say 10, 15 minutes. Somehow the Dragoon one is keeping a steady pace ahead of the four of you. And given the size ratio, the four of you are a bit concerned and confused.
Yeah.
But after about 15 or so minutes, DFA just stops dead. And is not moving, is not letting go of Moxie, it just stopped. The four of you, do you actually roll a dex to see if you stop in time due to the fact that suddenly she is just halted?
So that's not a D20 with the modifier?
Yes. I'm just realizing that would be a dex because you're chasing.
That would be a 5.
A 10.
1, 1 second.
Yep.
Have to add stuff.
16.
Hate it.
13 plus 3 is 16. Correct.
Yes.
14.
I have it.
Okay.
I'm getting a calculator. I
So-
have one.
Those of you who rolled above a 10, you are able to see the stocked Moogle and catch yourself before slamming into the, smaller people. Those of you who rolled below a 10,
Wait, I got exactly 10.
so that would be, you. You stop, but with less grace.
Fair enough.
In the form of tumbling into each other, because if I remember correctly, Delphi, you rolled below a 10 as well, yes?
I rolled a 5, so yes.
Yes. The two of you, in attempting to not stomp on these two small creatures, collide into each other and tumble to the ground for a second.
Oh, God.
In a little a tangled mess of like, oops, sorry, oh God, that's my hair, kind of,
Sorry, didn't, I'm not good at running or stopping. Sorry.
Why did I just picture Baymax? I don't run well.
I don't run well. Nice.
Cute.
I just ask if they're okay.
For the record, you two do not take damage. You just are bruised egos.
Bruised egos. Bold you to assume has one.
We'll work on that. DFA, would you roll me a perception?
$17.
Ooh, very good. The reason you stopped, without giving anyone a heads up, because again, back mind, you've discovered an abandoned home, clearly abandoned for about 5 years because nature is claiming it again. Windows broken out, doors are missing. This thing is like full on seen better days. Probably belongs in a slum. At one point, though, it might have been a beautiful villa. Not anymore. Coming from inside of it, though, you guys hear a lot of noise. Well, you heard a lot of noise. I don't know if Moxio did, because Moxio was being dragged by the neck. Clearly, you had enough knowledge to be like, wait, I'm just gonna stop and see what's making the noise before running in. You found the origin, but now you want to see where exactly it is.
She's gonna turn to Moxie and say, "Did you hear that? You should go check it out."
A thing we heard like 10 minutes ago, or was there something new? My ears are ringing.
No, from there. And she points. But like the way her gloves are on her hands, they're less individual fingers, and it almost looks more like a mitten.
It's a
So it's
nubbin.
more like just pointing her whole arm. She says, "In there. There's something in there. Go. You're stealthy, right?"
I mean, I suppose I'll kind of stumble about as I right myself, and I guess I will attempt to stealth around out of view of if there's like an open door or a window or something, and try to stealth up to.
All the doors are off the hinges. All the windows have been broken. So like all the holes in the wall essentially you can see in.
We'll go window then.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me stealth. And because of the overgrown sense of all the stuff, I will give you advantage because you are small.
Ooh, I'll take it. So I rolled a 5.
Thank God for advantage.
That was a 1, so that's going to be a 14 total.
I love how you said that's gonna. Okay, I forgot your bonus. I'm like, how is?
You
Okay.
got a 14 off a 5?
Yep.
Mogzio has a bit of skill where it raises. Mogzio's going to slip into other dimensions at some point. You did beat the DC, so you're fine. You are able to, with extreme effort, remain hidden. A few times you think you were heard because you step on a branch or rustle some grass as you move, but you do make it to the side of the building, and you're able to poke your head up just enough to see inside. The main floor where you're looking in, you don't see anything, but because it's gotten dark, for all you know, whatever is in there is out of your sight.
Okay. I think I actually have dark vision.
Do you have dark vision as a Moogle?
I think so. I'm looking for it. No, maybe not.
Oh, okay.
I think I had an option too.
Oh, okay. That might have been it.
I don't see it.
I know some of the variants have it. That's why I was like, does it? Okay. Where you're standing, you see some of the main floor. You see the foyer, the living room, and just the beginnings of what was a kitchen. The foyer is very empty. Dirt, leaves, anything from the outside that blown in with the wind. Living room, though, you can see a lot of upturned furniture, broken silverware, broken glassware. Obviously, people have been in here and they've been making a mess, and they're not giving any fucks about how they leave the place. The kitchen, though, you can't see much from where you're standing, so all you can see is like that little entryway. And where you are, if anyone is in the house, they can't see you, so you can signal back to the others if you want.
I'm just gonna kind of look back towards DFA, or like, are the others
did join
fellows
you.
have arrived?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what caused the two stumbling over each other.
Gotcha. Right. I'm just gonna shrug.
The rest of you do see Mogzio where he is, and as he said, he just shrugs, which doesn't tell you much at all.
Does not tell me much.
DFA's gonna go, there's nothing in there?
I have
Top
to.
of her lungs.
Never mind, I don't have to ask anymore. Okay. I have to pull for that. You're yelling.
Better
And
hope not.
if you are being clearly, Okay. No, that didn't. Okay.
Just remember, there's penalties because they're looting.
No, I know. No, I did a roll to see like how that worked out. Surprisingly, after shouting, no noise, no murmurings or anything that you could hear. You did hear her, obviously, so do you have a response?
Zio just, like, you get again, like a cartoon, like the fur just ruffles all the way up to the top of the palm, and he just glues himself to the wall underneath the window.
Internet, please make this an art.
DFA's gonna go, what are you doing?
You're still
Is there something in there or not?
You're still yelling all this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like I said, no thoughts, head empty.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I think if we're trying to figure out, maybe we should be quieter. He says as a question.
DFA just goes, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's good. It's K. And she just keeps like her eyes glued forward, waiting for some kind of answer from Mogzio.
If Mogzio wasn't already white furred, I think this would cause the white.
Yeah.
Just the stress.
I'm just gonna nod and be like, yeah, come on in, but be quiet.
Cyntha's just gonna look at the Moogles and say, it's like, so are you a bandit trying to up that Moogle, pointing to Moxie, talking to DFA. So
Just go.
is this
No,
a
no,
kidnapping
no.
or
No kidnap. He's a criminal. And she's gonna go. Let's go.
That's a
She's
really
not even
okay.
looking at anyone. Just let's go.
I don't think you're gonna get very far, Vera.
Oh, Lord. Well, Hyacinth is going to attempt to slip into the abandoned.
If you're gonna attempt to slip in, roll for stealth.
Because you said that. Okay, so was Moxio in a door frame or underneath a?
At the moment, Moxio is cartoonishly pressed, like as flat as he can, against the wall outside the house, like right below a window frame.
Okay.
Like he is full on right about to be Kronk with his own theme song as two old people walk by. If that helps visualize.
I need this as artwork and or animated.
But no, so you're gonna try sneaking into the house itself?
Hyacinth is going to try to look through that window.
Okay. Well, to get
First,
from where you
before-
guys are to Moxio, roll stealth.
Okay.
You are bigger, you just have to do a flat roll.
12?
Along the way, again, you are taller than Moxio, so you have less cover from the grass and all that. You make it to where Moxio is. However, along the way, you step on quite a few twigs, branches, and you do get that crap. I'm stepping on things when I shouldn't be. And each time you stop and wait a moment, no reaction, but it doesn't lessen the stress that is now going through your head. Because you're just like, this was not at all how I wanted it to go. But you have reached Moxio, though, successfully.
Okay.
Are any of the
Since the
others going to
twig-
do anything, or are you all just staying with DFA?
Stealth is not Elric's forte. He's gonna obviously overhear the loud one.
I think the whole
And
town heard her.
yeah, and he's already amused by the two of them, and he's like, all right, they're probably being heard. I'm just gonna go through the front door, perhaps distract anything if there is anything.
Okay. You're
Yeah.
just gonna forego stealth altogether.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk in the front door.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow him.
with my weapon readied.
Okay. Thank you for the distinction. Is Corey gonna be weapon ready or no?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
she is.
And what about Dell and DFA? You have the two that are actually being stealthy, or the two that are strutting in big swords ready?
He knows he's not necessarily sneaky, but he also knows it's not like he can throw a punch. He's fully aware of these things. He also does not necessarily want to be near the thing that's screaming. That could draw attention. So it's just like, oh no, I have to make a decision. I think I think he's going to like sidestep a little bit over and try to get eyeline on the door and just try to prep to help somehow.
Okay.
He will not be the first through that door. He probably wouldn't survive if the door smacked him on the ass. So no.
If that is the case,
This.
no, okay, no, you're good. And DFA, what are you doing during all this?
DFA is going to try and head straight for Moxio stealthily because he said to be quiet.
Okay.
And he knows when he says be quiet, it means it's time to be quiet.
Okay. Roll for stealth. You have advantage because of your size. Even though I shouldn't because of the shouting.
So I rolled an 11 both times. But it's a 15.
Okay. You do make it over to Moxio. Thankfully, you're quieter in sneaking than you were in communicating. When you reach Moxio and Hyacinth, though, you kind of bump Hyacinth over so you can get closer to Moxio due to the window and everything. And now the two of you are under the windowsill while Hyacinth is near it and able to look inside of it. During all this, Elric and Kiori are heading towards the door, straight on, not stopping. And Dell is just being like, oh god, what have I done? What have I done? Elric,
If
what? Go ahead.
I was gonna say if Hyacinth doesn't like immediately step in the line behind the ones that are just walking in, then Moxio will probably take that spot.
Okay. So that's gonna be the case. You're gonna fall in behind those two. Hyacinth, are you gonna jump in behind them, or are you waiting?
Well, since they just got shoved by a Moogle, they're going to wait to see if the other Moogle that shoved them is going to go behind the other Moogle.
Fair.
Seeing the armor, it's like I don't want to be on the wrong end of that armor. So
It is very it is very prickly armor.
Possibly get behind.
Is DFA following Moxio then?
Yeah.
Okay.
DFA usually, despite how she presented at the beginning of this, is usually a step behind Moxio.
Fair enough. So at the moment it is Elric, Kiori, Moxio, DFA, then Hyacinth, as you said. And Della, you still staying outside, or are you gonna be like, oh, I'm coming?
I think once it looks like, oh, everybody's going inside, I don't want to be alone. I should help inside, and he'll like kind of go over it and bring up the rear.
Okay.
Not the best place for him. He doesn't know that.
That's totally fine. Since you two are going in first, Dory and Elric, please roll me perception.
Whoops. Does it make a difference if I have low light vision?
Which I also have.
You have low light vision. Roll with advantage.
I think I'll take the first roll anyway.
Advantage.
Yep.
And yeah, gonna be taking that second one.
To that?
What was that?
You had the skill bonus to that?
Yes.
19.
All right. And Corey, what did you get?
I got an 18.
Oh, excellent. You two both enter first, weapons drawn. Your low light vision allows you to see a lot better than Moxio did, though Moxio didn't tell you what he saw, so that doesn't really help you at all. The foyer is empty. It is, due to the lack of a door on its frame, the wind has pushed in leaves, dirt, just any bit of the elements has wind up on the foyer, has been tracked by people coming and going. Person who needs a clean home would be just having aneurysms seeing it. Hanging from the sides where you would normally hang cloaks or coats, you'd see some tattered clothing. Clearly has been there for years, left untouched. There's a bit of a musty smell to it. Clearly no one's been using it. It's just been sitting there. You guys push in a little further to the main living area, and it wasn't just silverware, glassware there's also broken boxes. The couches, the chairs have been completely ruined. The upholstery torn up. Two of the legs on the couch are missing, so it's on a slant. And all the windows have been broken out. What was a chandelier is now hanging lopsided almost halfway from the ceiling to the floor. And there is nothing in the living room or the foyer. You do pass by the kitchen on the way in, and to your knowledge, it is empty.
Okay. Guess I should probably pass that information on to those behind us. It seems like there's nothing here.
Okay. You all file in, obviously. What do you guys like to do now that you're inside?
The right place.
Okay, what was that?
We don't hear noise coming from anywhere.
If you wish to see, roll an investigation. It is what it is.
I think it's just perception again.
Is it perception again?
Yeah, I think so. I don't see it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, roll another perception. I keep forgetting that they got rid of him for Pathfinder.
All of us or just him?
If you are curious, roll another perception.
Okay.
I got a 22.
Dill's eyes
I got a
finally see
15.
things.
I got a 15.
21.
So we have a
Got a
22,
15 too.
two 15s, a 22, a 21,
12.
12, and what did Hyacinth get?
A 15.
Oh, okay. So, for those of you who rolled below 20, you hear something, but you can't tell where it's coming from. It sounds like clattering, murmuring, and shuffling. Those of you who rolled above a 20, you know it is coming from below in the basement.
Do you also hear things from the basement?
Hear something.
Where's
something? Couldn't tell where it's from.
It is
Is that
from
where it's
below.
coming from?
Are there stairs nearby?
For those who rolled above a 15, you will see that there are to your, like when you walk in to the right of where you guys came in from, there are two sets of stairs, one going up and one going down. Also, what is everyone's passive perception?
Oh God.
17.
Okay.
Where
Yeah.
is
How do I
that?
figure that out?
Where is that?
That,
Just your bonus plus 10.
What bonus plus 10?
My what
Perception.
bonus?
Oh, perception.
16 then.
11.
Do-
14.
we got 17, 16, 11, 14. Missing two of
I
you.
think mine is 11.
Okay. And then there's one of you at Ink Grab. Two 11s, a 14, 16, and a 17.
Maybe you didn't hear my 16.
Oh, okay, that was it. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Well, that just the noise is heard again from the basement. Now that you guys were drawn to it, but this time another noise is heard from the upstairs. What do you go with?
Falling's easier than climbing. So climbing first.
Why do I
Where
feel like
Mogs-
why do I feel like
Yes,
Mogzio's
yes.
logic is I'm not falling. I'm not flying. I'm falling with style.
I'm gonna try to go where the small ones go and try to stay ahead of them.
Okay.
Probably just casually say that.
The others, are you going to just follow the smaller ones? Or are we having a split party situation?
Yeah, I don't want them to get in trouble.
That's pretty much my
Yeah.
thoughts. I'm like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble.
But if they cause trouble, that's okay too.
The all-time
That's
dilemma.
valid.
Alright, so Mogzio and DFA, you are leading with Elric in front of you. You decided to go upstairs, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Making
I'll
sure
go
that
behind the two of them.
okay, so we got one big sword in front, strong lady in back of the Mughals, and I'm assuming Del and Hyacinth, you don't care which the order is?
No.
Okay.
To be behind the strong lady with dagger.
Okay, you get daggers already? Okay.
Yeah, my weapon's been ready the whole time.
Yes, I'm thankfully you had said that before you walked in.
Stab himself. Stab
So
himself.
like, I'll make sure he remembers.
No, if you don't say anything, if you don't say anything, I have to assume you didn't do it.
Mm.
I have a card in my hand.
Okay. Is anyone else gonna draw any protective gear?
DFA has her halberd out.
I have to ask, what is the size of your halberd?
I was gonna ask, how big is your help?
About twice her size.
Okay,
Oh
and
my god.
again, for everyone else's sake,
Oh
how
my
are you
gosh.
holding this?
She's 30 foot.
It's a little less than twice her size, actually, I'd say. It's probably close to like 4 feet.
Okay.
Almost as big as my sword.
Are you holding it like in front of you, at your side? How are you positioning this spear?
She currently has it pointed down at her side.
Okay.
That's the dragoon training.
Yep.
You don't walk around with the pointy end out.
Safety first. Good weapon safety is always encouraged. All these tall people and two moogs and then a giant spear. Okay. Yeah. You guys make it upstairs. The upstairs landing leads off to 5 rooms. 2 on one side, 2 on the other, and one at the end of the I guess you can say hallway corridor. As before, no doors. But any noises you heard have ceased, so you do not know where they came from up here.
Is there any like lantern light?
Wait, what was that? Sorry.
Is there any light from like a lantern or a torch that we can see?
Roll perception. Just because there's no doors doesn't mean you're gonna see everything right away.
Man, this dice really likes the number 5. So 11.
All right. Directly ahead of you, there is no light coming at all. To the sides, you don't see any evidence of light on the floor, though it isn't clear if that means there's no light in the rooms at all. And yes, we are assuming that all of you have reached the top of the landing. No one's still on the stairs at this point.
Elric's in front, right?
What?
Elric is in front, right?
Yes, Elric is in front. You and DFA after, then Ori,
Gotcha.
then Hyacinth, and then Del.
So
I'll just be like, after you.
Am I seeing anything with my low light vision?
Roll perception.
Right. Sight.
I'll do that too.
Okay. If anyone wishes to roll perception, by all means.
Okay, that's 16 plus 1, 17.
All right, 17.
16.
24.
18.
At the moment, DFA sees between realms. No.
Natural 20.
All right. I don't know if you actually cleared it. Fuck all of your dice.
Mine's a website, don't blame me. It's not.
Still fuck your dice. You don't hear anything. But you do realize that based on how you came up the stairs and what you heard when you were downstairs, seeing the layout of the 5 rooms ahead of you, the 2 doors on the right seem more likely to be where the noise came from. DFA, though, you noticed that as you came up, the door at the end of the corridor had something in there, but you don't know if it's still there. due to like the traveling of sound.
Her ears kind of twitch a little bit, and she kind of like pushes Moxio forward a little bit. Like, go look.
The brave dragoon sacrificing their partner.
Look.
Probably just like get pushed into Elric's leg and
Yeah,
then
it's
point
the back of my
point them in
leg.
that direction.
Okay.
Just
So I feel I feel him hit the back of my leg, and I see him point towards the back room, and I guess start heading in that direction.
Or just the disaster train.
Are all of you being stealthy, or are all of you just strutting your stuff?
I guess I should attempt stealth, but I don't think it's gonna go very good.
Yeah, we're going slow
I
still.
can try.
I can
Okay,
try,
no-
Yeah,
but,
yeah, Faye's
don't-
going stealthy.
Okay, if you are going to try this doing stealthily, just roll stealth.
All right. Oh, 19. 18.
I got a 4.
Oh.
25.
13.
I actually rolled fairly decent. I got 15.
What was
8.
that? Okay, wait. So wait, we got it. Who got below a 10?
Me?
I got below a 10.
Elric, you do feel Moxio press against you, so you are able to move without giving away too much noise due to the collision. 3 of you are moving fine. Del, your nerves are settling a bit because you're in a group. You feel a bit safer, so you're able to remain stealthy. Hyacinth, you and Corey kind of have a moment of like not paying attention where you walk, and you accidentally bump into DFA, who's able to keep herself hidden, but in the process, in trying to back up, collide with each other and start like making noise, trying to like stay on your feet, stable, and not cause a complete derailment. In the process, Hyacinth, you nearly stumble into one of the open doors, and Corey, you almost drop your weapon, but you just catch it in the last second.
Jeez.
Shit. Sorry, Vera.
It's fine.
Also, for the record, Del, you've watched all of this and you're just like, oh god, how are we not dead? Because you're at the very end of the train.
Just sort of like, oh, multiple people means multiple points of potential failure. Oh no. He doesn't say this out loud. He's thinking it.
I love Del so much.
Del is a sweet boy. We love Del.
He just is that emoji of
Once you guys do reach the end, you come to the last door. Elric, do you want to what do you want to do now that you're at the doorway? There is no door blocking. It's just an open frame.
Open frame.
Yep, open frame door.
Thing.
For the record, all the doors are open framed.
And nothing has heard or seen us yet, possibly.
Emphasis on that.
Or at
Emphasis
least
on that
reacted
word,
to
possibly.
us. Or at least has reacted to us. That could be watching. All right.
Get this.
I guess I just step in with my weapon ready.
Okay. You enter the room to find, obviously, everyone following behind you. You found the master bedroom. What was a 4-poster bed now lays in tatters and was slept in recently, but they made no attempt to like make the bed. They just been sleeping on whatever, God knows how old, ruined sheets and all that. The dresser that is beside the bed has been ripped open. 2 of the shelves are missing, though as you enter, you notice they're probably what is or was the wood that's all over the floor and has been broken. You don't see anything, though.
I guess I look at Mogsy and go, "What? Why did we come in here?"
Like, don't ask me.
Who am I asking?
At this point, we're not asking. Let's find what's in here.
Fair enough. I guess we try to look around.
All right. If now that you guys are in the room, if anyone wants to roll investigation, go ahead.
Or perception, I guess, right?
Yep.
At least you knew what I meant.
Could I?
18. 14 plus 4.
17.
Okay, so wait, 18, 17. What was that, Del?
Could I also cast a spell as I'm looking around?
What spell would you like to cast?
Detect magic.
Good one.
I don't see why not. Go for it.
Okay. I figure I'm using that to kind of do further perception stuff.
Yes.
Just to make sure, just to confirm, because it's been a long time since I played Pathfinder. It's a level 0, which means it costs 0 MP to cast. Is that correct?
My understanding, that's how I always read it.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't misunderstanding. Cool. Meh. And his magic is because he's, funnily enough, he's an astrologian. So his thing is literally just like a little orb kind of appears with like cards that float around it. So he just kind of summons that real quick and then uses that to kind of funnel his magic ability. And it's the same violet color as his eyes, and it kind of lights up a bit. But he's just sort of like, is there anything in here magically that could be why it was making sounds since I don't see a person? So yeah.
Do I need to roll? Do you need to roll now that you used it? Just making sure. I haven't looked at detect magic in a while.
It just says detect all spells and magic items within 60.
Okay. Oh yeah. It's a radius.
Yeah, if there's anything magical in the area, he's able to see its aura.
Just making sure that's what it was. You don't see anything. So as you look at the others, does anyone have anything magical on them?
No.
Just making sure.
Doubtful.
I don't think technically it's magical, no.
What is it?
My magical personality.
I have fire resistant boots and a filter scarf, so I don't think it's technically magical because it doesn't list an aura.
It's got like a shimmer, not a
Yeah, I would say if
full-
anything, like Del, would you see like that's what I can describe it, like pixie dust type of shimmer coming off the boots, and that's about it. Also, because I actually know about this, when you look at Hyacinth, her armor, you can see what looks like that's what I can describe it, a root system running through it. And it's not like it's not giving off the same aura as magic you were used to would, but you can tell this is not a common or unremarkable outfit that Hyacinth wears.
Cool. He'll tuck that away for later because that's interesting, but he'll probably like stage whisper to everyone else because he's still like thinking like we should try to be quiet, right? So he'll stage whisper to everybody else. I don't see any magic in here, if that helps. No magic people in the corners or anything.
Yeah, so for those who did perception, I got the 18 and I got a 17. What else did everyone get?
3.
Mogsio
And
sees the
sorry.
party.
I'll turn to Del and feel like that does help. Thank you.
The other two who did roll high, you don't see anything of note. You can search the remaining shelves in the dresser. You can search the closet. The closet is missing the back wall. The back wall has been obviously broken away. Unable to tell how, just because over time more has just fallen apart, and that hole leads to the outside. Looking around the bed, you notice that there are footprints in the dust. You can't tell how old they are, but you know they're within the past, we'll say, month. If there was someone in here, they could have escaped through the hole in what was the closet, though.
And you said it just leads outside?
Yeah,
the
it
house?
like, you know how in certain homes, like what is a wall can lead to like part of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Invade these poor people's home. Are we really the villains here?
Oh my god. We're in one session and we're already discussing the...
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
I
They say
just-
this out loud. Very like they stage whisper this.
I guess I just look and shrug. I don't know.
Seeing the room and
Judging from the looks of this place,
Gotta say, it looks like it's been abandoned for a little while.
Just making the
DFA
noise.
DFA kind of goes, I don't think we should criticize their housekeeping.
Exactly.
Fair point.
fair point. Absolutely.
Noxio's just gonna shake his head.
So that closet leads to the outside. It doesn't lead to the other room that we think we heard sounds from.
It does not lead to the other room, it leads to the outside, yes.
So I could
Okay.
mention that I could have sworn I heard things on the rooms we passed by. Say, if, like, should we investigate there?
Should one of the ones that can fly go and check the room? I can't fly.
I definitely can't fly.
I cannot.
Just look
DFA
around and
goes,
go,
I can't fly either.
yeah, I look around and go, can one of you fly?
Hey, but you could jump real good, right?
Oh, I'm a really good jumper.
Like
She
first
is.
night?
And some of you can fly, that plans
just a
out.
very-
Does anyone want to check the roof?
Hyacinth,
Ooh, an idea.
Hyacinth is gonna look out the hole in the closet.
Okay. Roll a perception.
I was gonna try and do it sneakily,
Okay.
like the David Tennant gif, like
Well, okay, wait, are you trying to do it?
creeping up.
Are you doing it undetected from your party, or are you doing undetected, period?
Undetected from whatever it might be outside the house.
Okay, then.
I can just roll perception. And
Well,
you can
no.
go with it, whatever I
Roll
roll.
perception, but then roll me a stealth as well. Like, we're gonna see what
Oh,
you see,
Lord.
but also see how like sneaky you're being about it.
Let me scroll. That's two different numbers.
I know. That's what I'm like. I was like, oh, I could just do one. No, we're gonna let you have both, because you may be sneaky and see nothing, or you could be not sneaky and see
Hold up.
everything.
That fell off my desk. Hold on.
Yep.
Okay, so for perception, 19 plus 4 is a 23,
Okay.
correct?
Yep.
Okay. Come on, dice. And for stealth, oh no, that is
Uh-oh.
a 12.
It's not as bad as it could be.
You crawl over past everyone into the closet to look out the hole. Obviously, it's a big enough hole where you could actually just peer through and be fine. As you do put your hands on like the floor so you can get a steady look and everything, you look out and the roof you're looking at wraps around the house, like so that the same style of roof would be outside the windows in the rooms on both sides of the house. You also notice that the backyard leads to the woods, and there is nothing in terms of Like, no swing set, nothing like that would indicate any children live there. It's just an empty backyard. However, as I said, when you put your hands down so you can get a proper viewing, the floorboards creak very loudly. And I now need you
Betrayed by the.
I also need you to roll me a acrobatics.
Oh God. Let me scroll. Nine.
What was it?
That's a 9.
The Mighty Nine strikes. Not only was the creak loud, the creak was a warning to you. The floorboards give way. With you going with them. You take a tumble from the closet down below, and you land square on your back in the middle of the living room.
Ouch.
Oh shit.
Also,
Just ouch.
as you land, because what it is, we're going to take a quick break.
Oh good.
This will be
where I needed to go get water.
Everyone, take like a quick 5 minutes. Go get up, stretch, get a drink or snack or whatever. We'll be back in just a bit. That applies to the audience as well. Get up, stretch, do break timey things. We will pick up where the party has just watched someone fall through the floor ever so gracefully when we get back.
Through the floor.
No, we don't.
No, we don't talk about Bruno. This is different.
Funnily enough, in this,
That's for
we'll
later.
get to that later.
That's for later.
Put a pin in that line. Anyway, so yes, everyone is back. Everyone is good. Hopefully, everyone had a good break. Bladders are hopefully good. All right. So where did we leave off? Oh yes, the pit of despair.
Someone falling.
To the pit of despair. Yeah. Hyacinth, you have fallen. Hyacinth, you have fallen and you can't get up.
I fucking knew you were gonna say it.
That's fine.
The rabbit needs life alert. I have rolled because I had to do passive perception. You all are so busy watching the otherwise stealthy Hyacinth fall to an unexpected room below that those of you upstairs were unable to notice that you guys are no longer alone. And Hyacinth, as you dust yourself off and, realize that you are now back downstairs, you realize a little too late that you are not alone either. For those upstairs, you are now surrounded by 12 armed people, all their weapons drawn on you. And Hyacinth, you are surrounded by 6 people. Again, weapons drawn. And one of them is looking at the upstairs group going, "Oh, you lot are really loud. Especially one of you screaming about looking for things. Which one of you was that?"
DFA is gonna point at Moxio slowly.
Of course.
I'm noticing a trend that Moxio's gonna be blamed for every little thing in the world.
Or
Sounds about right.
Moxio.
The one who spoke just stares at DFA, not very surprised that you actually responded, let alone blamed one of your own. Looks to the people around him. "Clap him in irons. Bring him with us." And a lot of you have been clapped in irons, as he says.
Fuck that. DFA wants to fight it.
The one nearest DFA is a Ronso, so go ahead and roll a strength to see if you can actually do something against them putting manacles on you.
19.
They rolled a 19 as well, so what is your dex?
The modifier or the
Yes,
score?
the modifier. My mistake, sorry.
3.
I am sorry, but their modifier beats yours. You do swing at them. Like you swing to say fuck that, but their other hand comes out and just grabs you from behind and lifts you. And you're now just swinging in the air very cartoonishly.
Nice.
Well, everyone just looks on oh, why?
She yells for Moxio. She says, "Do something!"
Moxio is...
I remind you, there are 12 of them in the room, so...
I mean, Moxio doesn't want to be, put in irons either, so... I mean...
Neither do I.
I would at least try to, passively try to not get clapped in irons and just kind of, raise my hands.
That one's got spirit. You calm it down, we won't put you in manacles, but we're still taking you with us.
So, was I clasped in irons?
They're in the process of it.
Okay, I'm gonna let them finish, but can I, through sheer strength, just break them?
You cannot. These are not these aren't cheap plastic cop cuffs.
Fair enough.
And sadly, you are only half elven, half human. You're not exactly
I just have a thing that helps with breaking things.
Yeah, not in this situation.
Not in this situation.
Also, I think if you broke out, the other 11 would just be like, okay, pink cushion time. Stab, 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 stab.
Well, I would do it, but raise my hands up and be like, I'll go quietly. I just don't want to be unarmed just in case.
No, you're being they're relieving you of your weapon as they cuff you. Moxie, your hands are up, so they're looking at you if you calm down the little one, we'll not clasp her in irons. Because they did notice that she was talking to you.
I'll just be like, "Don't worry, DFA. There's nothing to worry about just yet." Just put your hands up.
Growl.
They won't.
But she'll put her hands up.
The Ronso holding you lets you down gently, but stays towering behind you and Moxio and marches you two out A few march Elric out. Dell and Corey, what are you two doing during all this? Are you cooperating or are you struggling?
I'm going to say, don't fucking touch me, and I'll follow you. And can I roll intimidation?
You can. Roll intimidation.
I did.
That is a 19 plus some stuff. I dropped my dice. Oof. So let's see. 20. Oh god, where is it?
Could be
21.
okay. 21. The two that are going near you are both Humes, and because of your size and your fangs, they quickly throw their hands up and back off. Like, no, 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 no. If you're willing to go, we're not going to do shit.
That's what I thought.
They just walk you to the door and like they give you a wide berth, but they're also like, we are under orders, so don't break our necks, please.
I'm going to grin at them in a very scary fashion.
The nearest one to you visibly jumps, and the other one, unfortunately for him, has warmer pants, if you know what I mean. And it's not something he's going to write home to his mother about. Dell, what about you?
Dell has gone about 2 shades lighter, like all of like any color that was in his face has somehow left it, even though he doesn't technically have the same kind of circulatory system. He has a circulatory system anyway. So he's just kind of, his hands have like locked around his braid, and his eyes are like the size of freaking saucers. So he's just kind of toddling after wherever they lead. He's not actively resisting, but it also looks like he's just not necessarily fully in the moment either. So yeah.
He's like a perfectly good boy and gave him anxiety. Congrats.
Yeah, I did.
You were let out.
To be fair, his creators did, not me, but you know.
You are let out behind Kiori, and as you go out, you just faintly notice that Kiori scared the living shit out of 2 of the guards. The leader thanks the rest of you who actually cooperate, minus DFA's little outburst. Hyacinth, how are you handling your orders to cooperate?
I am just on the flat out on the floor, correct?
Yes.
Hyacinth is going to look, just try to sit up and look around. Is anybody else hearing feedback?
Adrian, I think that's your fan.
I don't have it on. Why is it doing that?
Hold on.
Giving you feedback.
I have no idea. I don't have it on.
Do you, hold on. If we need to, everyone just turn down Adrian a smidgen.
Yeah, I turned my mic away from my mouth and it still has me lit up. Hold on a second. I'm gonna mute.
Anyway, while Adrian figures that out, Hyacinth, you were saying?
Hyacinth is going to sit up, look around. So the 6 that are down there, are they male presenting?
4 of them are. The other 2 you can't tell.
That works. I usually charge extra for groups, but this is fun. And they are going to offer their hands to someone nearest to them and say, this is the last time I go investigate something for Jonas. And just motioned for help to stand and look expectantly at whoever is nearest to them.
The smallest of the 6 is the first to react to you. politely as they can, though there is a bit of roughness because of the situation, lifts you to your feet. And as you're being lifted, because you had your daggers out originally, one of the others is picking them off the floor and securing them on their person, while the other 5 gather around you and escort you towards the foyer where you all came in from. And you wait outside while everyone else comes out to join you. Once you are all outside, the leader who was upstairs talking looks you all over and goes, "You lot aren't from town. Who are you?"
Somebody?
If anyone wants to answer, they can.
Okay.
If you guys don't want to, you don't have to.
I was distracted with Adrian disappeared. Who's talking to who?
The leader who came in was like, "Who are you?" And they are clearly aware you're not from town.
So he's talking to like me
The,
and everyone
the,
else.
the whole group.
Oh, okay. Not the most sociable guy, but I guess I'll talk. I guess I'll just tell him that the name's Elric and was in town in the tavern and heard a loud noise a couple times coming from this direction, and apparently the barkeep said something about bandits getting worse, so we all rushed over to investigate.
Did he now? That old Jonas is going to get himself killed if he keeps it up.
Are you?
Hmm?
Hyacinth looks directly at the one talking. It's like, are you a bandit?
The whole group around you start roaring in laughter at the question.
It was just a question.
Lassie, you do realize you found us in an abandoned home, armed to the teeth, and we're taking you with us to God's knows where. And your first question is, are we bandits?
Of course. So, are you?
The leader, who is a Hume, for Hyacinth's reasoning, just throws back their head and rolling their eyes and goes, "Round them up, bring them with us, we're going now." The other 18 guards lead you on away from the villa, about going northwest away from town. So you're going further away from where you guys started from. And along the way, you all notice that, for the most part, the travel is quick, not too long. Through the woods, over the hills. Sadly, that's a grandmother's house you go. You arrive at what could only be described as, you know how like most mine shafts have like the hole in the mountain, and it's just, you just go right in, there's no building, there's just hole in the mountain kind of thing. You're led into something like that. Almost immediately, you guys are being brought down a set of stairs. And the deeper you go, the more you guys hear loud noises, struggle, sounds of physical altercations, cheering, rabble-rousery, almost like that you can hear a fight is going on somewhere ahead of you guys. Once you reach the bottom of the stairs, you find yourselves in what used to be, clearly isn't anymore due to like time and all that, an underground fortress. Being led down a few corridors, you pass by what would probably be a checkpoint, And past the checkpoint, you come to a three-way intersection. Coming from one of the directions is the noise you heard coming down the stairs. The clamoring, the yelling, the fighting. Best way to describe it, MMA fight kind of arena sounds. And you're led past that, going the opposite direction, the other way. Come into a large room where all your gear is taken from you. And from there, you're taking up another set of stairs, down a side stair, and into a large room where a lot of you are chained to the walls. On one wall is DFA, Oxio, and Dell. On the other side of the room, the other wall is Hyacinth, Elric, Fiore. I need the person who is chaining you all to the walls is muttering to himself, nothing like discriminate, just like complain that he was the one told to do all this. I need everyone to roll a okay. Just I need everyone to roll me a flat d20.
18?
16.
So got an 18.
17.
8.
19.
Okay, for those of you who rolled 18, I need you to roll me again.
20.
8.
1.
Okay. So for the 20, you are going to roll, not tell me right now, but you're going to roll for me a perception. And Dell, you're going to roll me a is it performance? You're gonna roll me a perception as well.
22.
Okay.
19.
19. Okay. Dell, as you're being changed to the wall, you notice this, but because of everything going on, you're noticing, not speaking. The person chaining you slipped something into your pocket. They didn't take anything out, and they weren't handsy. They just let it fall into your pocket. Fiore, you rolled the 19.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure because you notice as you're chained up. Again, you're waiting because you're still being watched. That your manacles are weaker than you expected. The ones around your wrist are fine, but the chain itself looks like it's more fragile. As the guard heads to the door, stops and looks at you all and says, "You know, there's something to be said about finding a group when we weren't looking. Maybe you were meant to be found. Who knows?" And then leaves. You are now alone in the cell. What do you do?
Can I reach my pocket?
The manacles you have are about you have limited movement side to side, but you can move away from the wall about 30 feet, like as a person. Like you're not strictly stuck to the wall. You have about 30 feet of movement.
Okay, so yes, I can like reach my hand into my pocket.
Yeah. But you have to remember your arms are like, manacle distance apart. So you have to be like finicky about how you get into your pocket.
Like that, yes.
Yeah. It's gonna be like one of those weird contortion moments.
It's like I'm playing Twister by
Yeah.
myself.
Right hand red pocket.
Right hand, red pocket. Fuck, red pocket's on the other side. Anyway, I'm gonna try and wiggle, twist, and whatever, because like this is not a good situation. He's not okay, but anything that will give him a distraction from that is what he'll be about. So he's gonna just be like, "What does this say? Is it instructions? Can I make is it instructions on how to make a lock pick? That'd be great. I don't know how to do that, but it'd be good." Um, so yeah, I'm gonna try and see what that says.
Okay, you're digging into your pocket. What about everyone else?
Corey's gonna kind of look around the room and say, "Well, the bastard could have bought us dinner first."
DFA is just gonna hold her wrists up towards Mogzio. It's like, help?
What did they leave me? Like, or what did they leave us? Did they just take our weapons? Like, I mean, what
They
would they
took-
consider weapons on me?
They took all of your inventory has been taken. Only thing on you is the clothing you're wearing.
What about my money?
That has been taken as well.
What about my extra pair of throwing cards?
They did a full search. Like in you and DFA's case, they lifted you by your ankles and just shook everything out of your pockets.
Then I can literally do nothing.
Okay.
Hyacinth is going to turn to Elric and say, "Did you know that Hume?"
Wait, what?
Did I know that you?
Oh, okay. That's what I thought you said. Yes.
I can't say that I know him. No.
Oh. Well, you two look alike, just in like the slight ways. But all Humes kind of look alike.
I'm just gonna look puzzled and like
For reference,
half elven, right?
for the reference for anyone who needs to know, the guard looks nothing like Elric. The only thing in common is that Elric is half Hume, the guard captain, or whatever you want to call it, the bandit captain, is full Hume, and they're both male. That is the only resemblance they share.
I'm just gonna have a very puzzled look.
Dell, in your pocket, you discovered a iron object. It's a little bit weighted, and as you are able to struggle because of the chains and your body proportions, you're able to finally get it out, and you notice it is a iron key.
I have a key.
That seems counterproductive to what they're trying to do.
Maybe he is attempting an elaborate coup and wishes for assistance?
Possible.
Many times when people are wanting to do a coup, they enact some kind of mercenary backing, and maybe he wishes us to do this?
I mean, that is a
Only one way to
possibility.
find out.
Does it work on me? My manacle?
It does not work on the manacle, unfortunately.
Interesting. Oh,
No. But I remind you that Ori noticed that earlier her chains looked weaker than everyone else's.
I was about to say, these chains look real bad. I'm gonna see if I can break them.
Roll me a strength.
Okay.
Also, because they are weaker, you do have advantage. I forgot to say.
That's a 23.
I'll call up your. No. The manacles around your wrist don't break, but the chain that they're connected to snaps clean in half. With like limited effort, you just pull hard enough, and you are no longer attached to the wall.
hell yeah.
So you are now technically free from the wall. And you also know that Dell has a key.
Okay, do you mind if I hold that key for a second?
Of course. Can I reach?
I'll just go to them.
Just holding it as far as the little manacle will let him. Just,
Don't
Cool.
hurt yourself.
Corey meets you halfway and takes the key from you. You, like I said, you were able to move about 30 feet from the wall, so you were able to meet about like a quarter of the space between the two sides of the room. Now that you have the key, what are you going to try doing with it?
I'm going to go to Elric and try to unlock him.
It does not work on Elric.
Would I be able to attempt breaking it, even though it's not weak, with the normal roll, not advantage?
You can roll strength.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're going to do so after she attempts. That way it won't be like...
Yeah, after she attempts. All right, I got an 18, but I have something called Gate Crasher.
What's that do
Plus
again?
2 racial bonus on strength checks to break objects.
So that would be a 20?
A 20.
Dirty 20.
You pull a few times on like trying to pull horizontally, try to break them apart from your wrist. No go. At this point, Corey leaves you to your devices because she's got other things to chest the key on. You keep trying, but eventually you remember that you're still technically wearing your armor. So you take the chain against your knee and slam it down, and just the added force of using your knee pushing up, you're able to break out of yours, and you're now out of your chains.
Nice.
However, your knee does hurt a bit.
Ow.
Because, iron chains.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Nice job. I'm gonna go to Hyacinth and see if it unlocks them.
Unfortunately, it does not.
I'm just making the rounds. Moxio.
It does not work on Moxio. However, while you're checking, you notice that Moxio's chain and DFA's chains are connected. So, like, if Moxio walks forward far enough, DFA gets pulled closer to the wall. And vice versa. Like, they can pull each other closer or further from each other, the wall.
For the hell of it, can I attempt an escape artist check?
Just remind me what the effect is for that.
I mean, escape artist is just a skill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can try.
I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my luck points to make myself lucky.
Okay, go for it.
Well, I rolled a 4 and 11. That makes it an 18 escape artist check.
After Corey has walked away, and you were able to see how the keyhole on your manacles is, you're able to like finagle yourself where one of your feet come up, and you best way to describe it, use your foot to try jimmying the lock or just putting pressure in the right way. You're not able to break it, though due to your size, you are able to, after struggling a bit, slide your wrist through. Unfortunately, because this is the way it would work, you had to dislocate your thumbs and slide them out. So your hands are free, but you gotta relocate your thumbs when you get a moment.
Ow.
It doesn't hurt you because, as it is an escape artist thing, you have done this a few times.
I'm okay with that.
If DFA knows you've done it a few times, it's a different story. Also, as Corey reaches DFA, the key does not work on their locks either.
Well, what good is this key then?
Have you tried the door?
Yeah, perhaps
That's
the
a good
cell we're
point.
in.
That's a good point. I'm gonna try that.
While she's doing that, can I attempt each of the person's chains to try to break them?
You can.
How many rolls is that?
That's what I'm saying. As of right now, only you, Moxio, and Corey are free, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3 more. Okay. That's a That's another 18 plus 2, so that's 20.
Who are you saying that was for?
Who's locked up again?
You got Hyacinth, EFA, and Dell.
All right. Well, since let's say I was following her around, so Hyacinth.
Okay.
Hyacinth.
Hyacinth's chains do break after you hit the same kind of like with yours. Fortunately, you need to use your knee this time. You're able to actually get it on your own. And as hers break free, you're able to like start to get the hang of like what the tensile strength of these chains are. So you hopefully will get better with each.
Oh, nice.
Like keyword being hopefully.
Hopefully. All right. Well, next up, let's get Dell because they're looking kind of nervous and
all right.
not
Roll
happy
for it
about the situation.
That's just his face.
You look stressed. No, that's just me.
I rolled. What the fuck is wrong with this website? I rolled a 17, which is
Fuck yeah.
19.
All right. You can tell with Dell's stress, you're trying not to give them reason to panic more, so you're not going to be as like forceful like you were with Hyacinth and your owns. It takes you a bit longer. As you're doing it, though, Dell is noticing what you're doing, and due to the fact they are a Shindroid, kind of just be like, "Hey, how about you do this?" and kind of prove that they don't have to worry about pain as much as you. And they slam their wrist against the wall so that you can just break it with force.
Oh.
Like they're moving with you so that you can do the force instead of having to you fight against them.
Mm-hmm.
And once they're free, they rub their wrists like, oh, that's better. And now that's the last one's
going on.
Last
DFA is shouting, "What is this baby leash bullshit, Kupo?"
I guess I go to DFA. Like, all right, you're next. And then I'm gonna roll. It's 13 plus 2 is 15.
It doesn't work on the first try. It is, in your betting, it's because DFA is screaming and struggling. You don't have a good grip on the chains. Like every time you think you got it, she struggles, saying, "Get this off me! What is with this baby bullshit? What the fuck? I want to talk to the manager." So you are struggling against her trying to get free.
Can I attempt to calm her down and try again?
You can try talking her out of it.
DFA, if you calm down for a second, I might be able to break this, but I need you to work with me here.
She lets out a frustrated, like, growl. And she just kind of, like, goes limp.
Guess I'll try again.
You will have to try again. Also, I will get to you in a second, Corey, when you try the door.
That's a 16 plus 2, an 18.
Thankfully, her stopping has made this easier. Also, without Mogzio trapped, you're able to like pull the chain all the way through and break it cleaner than you would if Mogzio was still chained. The minute she is free, though, you notice both ends of the chain go slack as she is like no longer confined by the chains.
Great.
Like the minute she noticed that you broke them, she's like, "Okay, I'm free. Fuck this."
All right.
So all 6 of you are free from the chains, and Corey is making her way to the door to check the key.
Can I make my way there? Can I attempt to make my way there stealthily?
Yes, you can. Roll for stealth.
Okay, I have to do math.
We're all still in like the manacles though, right? Just not chained.
Yeah, except for who was it?
8.
Mogzio.
Yeah, except for Mogzio. Mogzio got them clean off because the whole the thumb trick. You all have friendship bracelets except for Mogzio.
Lovely. I got a 14.
Thankfully, DFA screaming and the noise you guys had heard coming in. You don't give off too much noise, but obviously because the room is pretty much empty, every step you take does have a bit of an echo. No one seems to notice or hear you, though, or pay any mind. You do make it to the door without detection.
I would like to quietly try the key in the lock.
So you do, and the key works.
Huh. Cool. I'm gonna leave the door shut but unlocked and go back and quietly inform everyone of this development.
Okay. As you do so, just letting you all know, the room you are in is a very large square room, and there's nothing else in there but you guys. So you don't have to worry about like you know anyone seeing you, anyone ratting you out. It is just the six of you, and Kure has just unlocked the door. And as Kure returns, she notices that DFA is now free from the chains, and I can only imagine is acting like someone trying to be like a bat out of hell.
DFA is actually sitting there, rubbing her wrists, and she looks pissed off. But so long as Mogzio's staying put, she's staying put.
Mm. What about the rest of you?
I guess I would ask, like, what do you think our first move should be to the group in general?
Somebody smaller than me should probably go scout out what's going on beyond that door.
I'm gonna look at the well-dressed one.
Suppose I could do that.
Bandits want a group.
What was that?
I never understand these people.
Oh.
It's just Hyacinth asking it like out loud, like, what would bandits want with a group of people just randomly coming into an abandoned house? Assuming they're bandits, they weren't kind enough to answer my question.
Are the bandits you encounter usually polite?
These are the only bandits, so no.
So Mogzia, you're gonna try being stealthy?
Yes, I will.
Okay. The door does give a bit of unfortunate creaking from not enough WD-40. But it's not enough to like draw attention, but even you're just like, oh really? They couldn't have actually sprung for like a good iron door. Once you come out of the door, as you remember from coming in, there's only one path forward that leads to a small room. I would like you to roll a stealth.
Okay.
Just so you can make your way to see what's ahead of you.
Would be a natural 20.
Very good.
Jesus.
Sweet.
You're
29.
Oh Jesus Christ. Mogzio slips into a different plane and just says, "Fuck the party, I'm out."
Oh, hold on, sorry, that's a 31.
Mogzio again has slipped into another plane entirely and it says, "Fuck the party, I'm out."
I was accidentally a
Mogzio is
sleight of
now
hand roll.
aware that this is a D&D game.
Welcome to D&D, where rolls can literally go from 1 to 50 at any given point.
I didn't even take skill focus yet.
Oh, gonna bite me in the ass, I can already feel it. You're able to make it to the next room, which is like a check-in room. A guard would be sitting here, but there isn't anyone there. You notice ahead of you is the stairs that led up to where you guys are. You remember that as you came up those stairs, there was another set of stairs going to the right. Where that went, you don't know. But as of right now, outside the cell is clear. You can either motion for everyone or keep scouting ahead to see what else is in store.
I mean, shoot, if I can keep the roll, I'll keep going.
Okay, go ahead. Roll another stealth to progress.
21.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Okay, just I love how a 10 is a 21.
57.
Level 1. No problem.
So you go down the stairs, get to the which is a fork, which makes it a three-way intersection landing. You either go up the other stairs that go directly ahead of you, or you can turn towards the way you guys came in. Which way would you want to go?
Did we notice where our stuff went?
You had it stripped from you in the room downstairs. But the room that you were in down there wasn't exactly like a storage room. It was more of a like best way I can describe it like would be booking, where they put you in front of the thing to take pictures and shit. They just took it all from you there. You don't, and it didn't look like there was any place to put it.
Okay.
So again, you can either head back the way you guys came in, or you can go directly ahead of you to see what's up the other direction.
I will go ahead and motion for the others at this point, and then
Okay.
once I notice them heading up, I will probably continue down that path that I don't know what's down there.
Okay. Guys, Mogzio has let you know the first room outside the cell is clear, and also is relaying that they're gonna go on moving ahead just to keep scouting. What do you guys do?
So we can move up without having to do stealth, like fine.
No, yeah, every time Mogzio clears a room, you guys don't need to do stealth, but if you want to catch up, you will have to.
Okay, we'll just head up to the room that he's cleared, I guess, or I will. I don't know about the rest.
And all of us are still in manacles except for Mogzio.
Yes.
Mhm.
Again, there's no chains. It's just the like the part that goes around your wrist.
We just got bracelets, basically.
Yeah.
I'm also looking around for any loose change or rocks.
Joke. Okay. So yeah, the rest of you guys, are you guys gonna go catch up fully with him, or are you gonna go like one room behind and just keep, a bit distant?
I'm gonna go room behind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch up.
Figured that was... See, this is why I had to ask.
Yeah,
Just
so that
chicka
cool.
chicka 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 chicka.
She's still wearing her armor too, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Remember, she is half of your size, guys.
True.
Corey is definitely going a room behind.
All right, Del.
So I need to roll stealth.
No, if you're just going to the room that's been cleared, no stealth. If you're gonna try catching up, you will need to try rolling stealth.
Okay.
21.
No, all right, roll.
Somehow, in full fucking dragoon armor, DFA like skips and hops from the cell to the first room and down the stairs to stand right next to Mogzio without even Mogzio noticing.
I got a 14.
So I'm assuming you're gonna follow after those two.
Yeah.
You don't have as much grace
And
going forward. You're a bit more nervous because, again, you have no idea who's in there with you guys. You're just like, you're a bit more cautious, so you're taking more time. When you do reach them, though, DFA notices you and goes, "Shh, you're being noisy," even though you clearly weren't. Corey, I'm assuming you're staying with Del and Elric.
Oh yeah, Corey knows what she's good at, and it's not this shit.
All right, so Del,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, Dell's sort of like, I will go and help if something happens. I'm not really sneaky.
Okay.
Sorry, I just want to double check because I have this vague memory that like there wasn't just a key, but is a key all that's in his pocket?
Yeah, that was all there was. There was just the key.
Okay.
It was just the key. What was it? Mousy, you did say afterwards you want to go keep moving forward to the other room.
Correct.
Okay, so the three of you make your way up the stairs to the room that you guys have no clue what is in. It's the exact opposite way of which you guys would have came. It is a heavy oaken door, and once you reach it, you can hear a bit of noise coming from inside.
I back away.
Okay. Heading back to the others, I'm assuming? Or are you going to head back to the intersection?
Probably back to the intersection. Well, actually, hold on. I will listen for a second to see if I can determine how many voices there are.
Roll a perception.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow another luck point to make myself lucky again.
Okay. How many do you have left?
I have after this, I'll have 3 left.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 19 to perception.
Okay. You're able to hear 5 voices. They're all speaking common. They're discussing how they hate that they've been put on babysitting duty and that the pay for all this better be worth it. They're getting sick of these dead end jobs. They missed being able to just go around ravaging, pillaging, and killing people instead of this like low end bullshit work that they've been doing recently.
No mention of our stuff in there.
It doesn't come up. You do hear one of them though say that they can't believe how much junk one of them had on them. They cannot believe how much they had to go through to make sure that any of it was valuable before throwing it into the lockup.
And I determined from context clues whether or not that the lockup is there or not. It sounded to me like it's in another place.
It's not. It's not in the room they're in.
Okay, then
But,
in that case, I will probably back away.
Okay. But before you do, you are able to determine from context the stuff they're calling junk is hyacinth things because they're describing like silverware and just like odds and ends.
Gotcha.
Rude.
Hey, they're bandits.
Yeah, I'll probably go back the way we came then.
All right.
One person's trash is somebody's treasure.
I think it's going to write a strongly worded letter to everyone who criticizes their stuff.
Correct.
And by that, it's going to be just like Alucard and Helsing Abridged. It'll involve a fear turkey.
And as I'm walking back, it's DFA and Hyacinth with me, right? I'll probably just whisper, like, it sounds like our stuff is somewhere else. That's priority number 1.
We need that back, so let's go find that instead.
Quietly, DFA is going to say, priority number 2, we kill them.
No. I like her.
It's up there, but it may be not priority number 2. We'll see.
Priority number 3.
For the record, for everyone watching, because new people have come in, DFA is a Moogle. We have a murderous Moogle already.
I like how the gambler is the rational one.
Was not on my list, my bingo card.
I have 16 intelligence.
Oh my god.
The criminal is the rational one.
Yeah.
This is session 1 for a game.
For the record, I have 10 intelligence. My modifier is 0.
Oh god, this is already great. So are you going back to the intersection or to the others, just so I know?
I will probably just continue on through the intersection.
Okay. You go down the stairs, which is the way you guys came. Well, came from when you guys came inside. You all three, if you're going to be going down together, all 3 roll stealth.
I'm waiting.
Oh, you're going to wait instead?
I'm waiting to make sure they don't come out of the room.
Okay, so you're gonna be watching the door.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm assuming
Okay.
DFA, you're just gonna be following Mogzio because that's what you do.
Yep.
Okay, so the two of you roll stealth.
17.
26.
The two of you make it down the stairs. Not a sound is made. Not even the last step doesn't creak. The room that you had all your stuff taken from you is, for the most part, you'd say empty. Though you do hear something upon entering, and it sounds labored. Almost like heavy breathing and gasping for air.
Can I see what it is?
Roll a perception.
16.
You don't see it right away. What you see instead is a trail of blood on the floor, leading from the stairs towards the middle of the room. And in the middle of the room, are four, I guess you can call them like pillars. It's not like pillar as in like skinny, but like the support ones that are wider and thicker. In the middle of them is a guard bleeding from the torso.
Is he dressed similarly to the brigands, or
He is. Roll a perception again.
21?
Not only do you recognize that he is one of the guards that brought you in, he's the one who chained you guys to the wall.
And
Yep.
then slipped all the key.
Yep.
They worked fast.
Damn.
And he is on the
I'll
ground.
just-
He's I don't say prostrate on the ground. He's he was able to drag himself towards one of the support pillars and like lean against it, and like has his arm over the wound. He's trying to stabilize his breathing. You can tell that he knows he's not doing too good.
As I'm existing between dimensions at the moment, I will, from out of nowhere, seemingly say, "Where's our stuff?"
He visibly jumps at the sudden like sound of a person, unsure if it's another attempt of like combat.
Shh.
You have to do the Batman. Where is she?
I can't. I'll never be able to take my character seriously.
Oh, that'll be what breaks reality for you. He
Nope,
looks
not
over
even gonna
and
start.
he looks over and actually notices the two of you now nearby, and goes up the stairs across from the cells. Didn't think they'd catch me this quick. Didn't want to do this job, but I needed the money. But when I saw that they were taking you lot, just couldn't let them get away with it. Hopefully, getting you out is makes amends.
Do you have any weapons on you?
He did, but unfortunately, when the person stabbed him, he took it with him.
Oh, they didn't leave it in him? Darn.
Unfortunately, it was his own dagger.
So he said they were. He implied that they were in that room.
That
he
was the
just
direction you
came
would need
from,
to. That was the direction you would need to go.
Okay.
Oh, but by the way, he had cleared the last room, right, with the door.
He didn't go inside of it.
No, not the room past the door, but like where.
Yeah, in front of the door.
Yeah, highest. If you want to get to the Hyacinth, you wouldn't need to stealth check.
Okay, yeah, then I'm gonna do that.
I was gonna follow the Moogles after they cleared and let us know. So that's where I'm going next.
I'm gonna go in the room with Hyacinth.
Well, Hyacinth was on a stairwell. Like what happened was
Yeah.
the room
okay.
led down, little landing, and then went back up, and there was a door at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
So Hyacinth, you went downstairs to join the Moogles.
Did the Moogles tell us that it was clear?
No, they haven't said anything to you guys yet.
Oh yeah.
Then no, I'm waiting.
Mogzio is still like having a a heart to heart with this bleeding man.
I wait for Moogle confirmation.
What are the
Put that on
what
a
are the
shirt.
other exits? Is it only one way? The way we came down here in the first place? That's the only way to go from down here.
Aye, only way out is the way you came in.
Okay.
Be careful though. Judge is not exactly going to let people out willingly.
Oh boy. Can I make like a local check or something to see if I can glean any information off of that reference?
So like a history check kind of thing.
Yeah, it's locals would be like
Well, I'm saying
local
like that.
nobility and like yeah. It's like a knowledge check. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, go for it. You can do that.
21.
The judge is a term used often among Corisian imperial military. They were people who would, unlike the name would suggest, they're not behind a bench. They are actually part of the military, and they usually turn a drumhead over end to pass out military justice on the battlefield. Oftentimes, they would be very cruel in their punishments and quite quick in rendering judgment, not really seeking a fair trial. They'd be more like, I have what I want, here's my decision.
Got it. Is there anything anywhere around here that we can arm ourselves with to get our stuff back?
In the room you're in, no. Uh, However, the guy who was talking, he says, the people guarding your stuff, they're in the mess hall, meaning they're not armed. All their stuff is in the storage area past the mess.
Got you. Now,
So-
one last question before I leave here. Unfortunately, I'm not a healer. I'm not too good at that stuff. At least not with my bare hands. Not to sound insensitive, do you have any change on you at all?
The guy actually just like stares at you like blank faced as if like, I can't believe you just asked me that.
It's like, I promise it's not for personal gain.
I don't. All I got
Not a
on me.
single gill.
We're kind of bandits. We don't really have much carrying change. We work for what we got and then we spend it on booze. He just looks at
Do
you.
you have any bottle caps?
He actually physically forces himself to like look past Moxio at DFA with like a "You're a fucking weird one, aren't you?" expression. Like he fights through the pain to make the "Are you fucking kidding me?"
She looks at Moxio and just kind of shrugs her shoulders like, well, I tried.
But he
Well-
just looks at you. All I got is my name.
Well, between the 4 normal-sized folk and the 2 of us, that's a fair fight.
Yeah,
I
six
guess
of you should be fine.
What are you
Just,
calling normal-sized?
Just be careful when you get to the judge if you see him.
I intend to stay far, far away from the judge.
I think everyone wants that.
So are you going to be okay? I mean, you're not just going to die the second I turn around, are you?
Unfortunately, you don't even get to turn around for that. His last words were, "No one wants that."
Ugh.
Oh,
Good, fuck that guy.
On his neck is a dangling chain with a best way to describe it is a dog tag on it.
Here, I was hoping it was a gold. It was like a gold coin or something.
No, it would be the equivalent of a dog tag.
Okay.
That is all he has on him if you go to search.
I will. Well, if Hyacinth isn't right there with me, then I'll take it and probably end up passing it off to them.
So you're gonna take it from him?
Yeah, I mean,
there.
it doesn't seem. Okay, yeah, then I'll probably take it because it doesn't seem like he has any friends over here. So
Okay. As you take it, just so you know what's on it, all it is the name, which is Oscar, and they're from let's see. He is from Guado New Salam. And
Is he
yes,
a Guado?
he was not.
Okay.
But yeah, he is. His name was Oscar.
Okay.
That's
Got
with
it.
that's with a K, not a C.
With a K.
Yes. His mother didn't like him very much. She had to be one of those mothers.
Got it.
But no, yeah,
Okay, I guess.
you two can head back to the group if you want, because I imagine Hyacinth's like probably panicking because how long you've been gone.
We will reapparate, and I will hand the dog tech the Hyacinth and be like, keep that close.
Ooh. Who was this flung to?
The formerly friendly guard.
Friendly.
The entire reason we're out of the cell.
The one who slipped the key.
Yeah, that's the one.
Did you kill him?
No.
Oh. Well,
Don't worry. You'll
alright
have
then.
you'll have your chance to spill some bandit blood.
Hyacinth literally like takes it and then shoves it down there.
Down there, what?
Hyacinth takes the dog tag
Yep.
and then shoves it down their shirt
Okay.
into like an inner pocket.
Oh, okay. So the three of you got back together, and I'm assuming you're gonna head back to the other three now.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab 2 handfuls of dirt and make my way back up.
The DM is concerned, but okay.
Are we
Pocket
passing by the
sand.
body?
By the body? No, you guys are heading back to the other three first.
Oh, okay.
You three. You are waiting patiently, a little nervous because it's been a while, before you see Mogzio, followed by DFA and Hyacinth walk back up the stairs to join you. I'm gonna just presume, for brevity, that Mogzio relays everything to you guys.
I will probably leave out the mention of the judge, but I will be like, okay, from what the guard down there said, our stuff is that direction, and I'll point down towards the door. And we're gonna have to fight to get there. So grab what you can.
There like anything in the rooms that could be used as any kind of makeshift weapon?
In the room you're currently in, there's a wooden chair, a nice writing desk, and a candle.
Is there a raven?
Sadly, there's not.
At least there's a chair.
And in pure Final Fantasy fashion, the ditziest one has to fight with the chair.
That is
Well,
true.
DFA, that's you.
Yep.
Oh, I could do it.
For the record, the chair is about the same size as DFA, so just picturing them lifting the chair.
Her freaking
I
halberds.
do
Was it
believe
the
that's
raven
a
that they
strength
tried?
check.
Her halberds even.
That would be
longer.
a strength check, yes.
Nah, I'm not gonna take the chair.
I was gonna say, alternatively, we could break the chair into pieces and all
Well,
get
I
clubs.
was thinking about that, but it would make noise. And they're right past the door, right?
We were making a bunch of noise earlier, so we could just be like, go back down the hallway into the cell, make a bunch of noise as we break the chair to pieces, and then come back this direction.
Granted. Okay. Well, I guess I will take the chair, try to break it, try to make some makeshift weapon.
It's the 16 intelligence play.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're gonna go back into the cell to break the
Yeah,
chair?
I'm gonna go back to the cell where it's quieter.
Okay.
Other way.
Um,
Trying to break it.
because
Have
I
DFA do her thing.
roll strength check to break the chair.
How strong
Hey,
would this
it's
chair be?
20 plus the 2. 22.
You broke the chair, all right. The
Usable pieces though.
the 4 legs broke off from the main body without a problem.
Mhm.
The back, it's just a it's like two slabs of wood, and two flat pieces for like the actual like where you rest your back. So you got among you 6 pieces of like stakes of wood.
All right, well, I'll take whatever's the biggest piece and I'll hand out the rest.
Would you say it's the same stats as a small club?
Yeah, I would. It's
Yeah.
it's a good mahogany wood,
And
but
I'll-
I will also say
Hmm,
it will break easily if you use it too much.
that's
Or-
fine,
or
we
if you
have
hit
to be
certain
super
things.
low.
Like
Fair.
like for example, if you hit each other because you have no like metal armor, yeah, it'll do damage. If you hit someone wearing steel, the steel's gonna win.
Well, hopefully no one has half plates, so I can just stab someone in the back of the knee.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
Literally,
mean, the wood should
Well.
have splintered. There should be some pointy bits.
Yep.
yes, the ends that were attached to like each other were splintered.
I mean, what better way than to find out?
What are the stats of a small club? Where could I find that?
It should be 1d4 damage.
Yeah, I was about to say it's 1d4 damage and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, bludgeoning. And I mean, depending on how generous the DM is, potentially piercing.
That would have to be like a precision strike.
Yeah.
Well, listen, even if it's for one hit, at least it's one solid hit. Before
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. So yeah, you are all not armed with either a leg or a part of the back of the chair. Take your pick.
whatever's
Sure
the
it is.
biggest piece, I'll take.
That would be
I
one of
guess
the
back of the chair.
that'd be one of the back parts.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
I
take
want a
whatever's
pointy
dagger
piece.
size.
I'm assuming the 2 of the legs are gonna go to the Moogles.
Of course.
So that's 3 parts. 2 more legs and another back for the rest of you.
He'll take a leg because those look a little easier. Also, he doesn't look like he really knows how to necessarily do this properly. He's kind of holding it like and like keeps adjusting his grip and then going back.
Hyacinth is just gonna put their hands on Dell's and help to just adjust the way that somebody would hold a dagger. Just with both hands,
So I
pointy
guess-
end up.
I guess Corey and I have the bigger pieces.
Thank you.
That makes sense. Okay.
And
Are-
Hyacinth,
Question.
Yes.
yes.
What is the likelihood that I could rip a chain off the wall?
Ooh.
Roll
There
me a
was
sh-
that one that was going
Hey.
The
through
one, yeah, the one with that was attached
the
to
moogles
DFA
on it.
Harrison, right?
Yep.
roll a strength against the chain.
That's already off.
Oh yeah, no. To get DFA and Moxio, their chain was connected, so when DFA was free, you can literally just pull that chain out the hole.
Yeah.
I would like to have that, please.
Oh.
And the wood.
Okay, I'm just asking for sanity's sake. Are you gonna use it as a weapon or for inventory purposes?
Sounds like a whip to me.
Possibly a weapon if it turns out I
Sounds like-
need it.
If I remember correctly, a whip would be a I think that's like a D4 as well.
Yeah, I would say if you're
Yeah, it's an improvised weapon,
From-
so I'm just gonna say it's a D4.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are all now armed with your sticks and chain. You're gonna head back towards the room. I'm assuming that Moxio was talking about.
the intention.
Are we passing the body?
You're not passing the body. You're going down the stairs, then back up the stairs where you were before.
Okay. I just want to know. Hyacinth is going to ask Monxio. It's like, where's the body?
At the bottom of the stairs you were posted up at before we came back up.
So did I pass the body?
No, the body
No.
was in the room where you guys had all your stuff taken from you. Because what happens was there was the room that you guys cleared, downstairs to a landing, then upstairs to the door that you 3 were at. Moxio and Hyacinth went back down to the landing and then down more to where the other room was. Then when they were done, they came up, grabbed you, and head back to the other 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 3-way intersection.
Sounds like we will eventually have to go back that way if it makes you feel any better.
Further down.
That's fine. I'll survive.
All right.
You have now reached the door.
So how do you guys want to tackle this? Does someone want to go in stealthily, or should I just go in, just rush in?
Well, yeah, probably the more sturdy people first.
Mm-hmm.
I can't exactly take too many hits.
All right, yeah, I guess I'm rushing in there then. All right, I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna freaking kick the door down in and fucking run in.
Roll me strength to kick in the door.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do. Okay.
Because
We
for all
should
you
have
know,
opened it stealthily.
no, the only reason I'm saying roll for is because you didn't check if it was locked or not.
Yeah.
It's a good point. It's a good point. But I already committed to this, didn't I?
Yep, your leg is already up. Let's go with that roll.
Like, there, 17 plus 2, 19. Thank God.
The door is locked. However, you kick it just in the right spot along the edge where you broke the hinge off and sent the door flying inward, and it slams against the wall inside.
Hell yeah.
You have Spartan kicked open a door. Why is it every game I DM someone Spartan kicks a door open?
I'll take it.
So yeah, you Spartan kick open the door, and awaiting for you, as promised, are 5 of the bandits.
Mm-hmm.
All 5 are quite startled by this entrance.
Beautiful. So, can I run up and hit one? Who's closest?
Roll for attack.
Wait, do we have to do initiative first, or is this
You
like
know,
a surprise
you're,
attack?
because of the surprise, you're doing a surprise attack.
Nice.
They are literally like, what the fucking, there's a person running at them.
Okay, so just a d20.
Yes.
All right. 16. Do I add anything to that?
You add your, I think it, no, you don't really add that. I think it's just your basic attack and everything.
Melee attack bonus? Is
Yes.
that damage?
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, melee attack bonus.
So I rolled a 16, so 18.
Okay, so yeah, you hit.
Nice.
Roll damage, which is 1d4.
4. 3.
3, you say?
I got a 3.
Okay.
Do I add anything to that?
No.
Yeah, plus your strength.
Oh yeah, add your strength because it's an improvised weapon.
Okay, so my strength is so 4.
Wait, was the total overall?
The total damage is 4.
Okay, so yeah, the first one you hit, you clobber it in the face before it even has time to register like who came in. His face is pretty broken just from the strike,
Nice.
and everyone else has to roll initiative.
All of us, or just
Yes, all of you, because that starts combat.
that was the surprise attack, I guess.
And I'll do it the way of like I will call for it in terms of like 20 to 25, 15 to 20 and such. So just when you roll, I will call the numbers and you tell me if you got that.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone roll 20 to 25? Icarus, what you
I did.
got? Okay, wait. Icarus, what did you get?
21.
Okay. EFA?
Also 21.
Dex modifiers?
3.
Okay, so DFA's first. Who else got above a 20 to a 25? Or is that just the two of you?
Looks like just them.
Okay. Who got 15 to 20? 10 to 15?
18.
Okay, so all right, who got a 10 to 15?
I rolled
14.
10.
Wait.
But-
Mogzio is 12.
No, I'm 14.
Oh, 14. Okay.
Ass got a 14.
Dex mods?
I rolled
Plus 3.
10 minus 1, so 9.
No, just for the two that got 14.
Oh, okay.
I have a
Mine is
score of 17, so +3.
Okay.
Mine is also 17, so it's a +3.
Bunny's first.
Okay. I'm sitting here, I'm like, someone back. And that leaves Mike last.
Yeah, I rolled a 9. I finally rolled something bad.
Well, if it makes you feel better, you go ahead of that the bad guys.
Nice.
All right, so top of the round, DFA's first.
I would like to
Rage.
hold my action.
Okay. Any specific thing you're holding for, or just holding for the moment?
Yes. If any of them get within 15 or 10 feet of me,
Okay.
then I'm going to attack.
All right, 10 feet. Got it. That all you can do for now?
That's all I'm choosing to do.
Okay.
What do you-
Icarus?
Okay.
It's not like Dell can really use that thing in his hand. That's just kind of in case somebody gets too close. Sorry, I think for the I think it's the astrology. Yeah, I summon my star glow,
Okay.
and which means that like technically I can use that still, even though like they've taken other things because it's a summon ability.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, if it's a summon, that counts because they would have no mean to take it
Cool. Awesome.
unless they reach into the dimension and pull it.
So I'm gonna attempt to help
Okay.
somehow. And I think whoever is furthest in the front of these dudes, probably the one that oh goodness gracious, sorry, probably the one that Elric has already smacked. Yes.
Yes.
So for him to hopefully help, I'm gonna use burst of light. Astrologians are considered to have precise shots, so I don't have a penalty for casting into melee. And I'm targeting hit the foe, so it should only be him that is affected by the spell.
Okay. What do I need to roll something, or do you?
Yeah, I need you to make me a fort save. DC 13.
It does not
It's not
save.
high. He does or does not.
He does not save.
Hey, he is dazzled for a minute. Fuck, I should have looked up what that means. I'm sorry, 1 second.
No, you're good. You're good. While you're doing that, just so we can keep things going, Adrian, you are next. I'm assuming that's all you can do, by the way, Icarus.
Yeah, that's my standard action, and he's not moving anywhere.
Okay.
So I'd like to go into furious assault mode.
Yeah.
The rage has started. Okay, what is raging?
Give me 1 second because I'm having to do push to talk. I have to
Oh, okay, hold on.
shift screens.
Sorry, real quick.
Yep.
Dazzled means that he has a -1 penalty to attack and perception checks.
Okay.
So he's slightly dizzy.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So I think I just kind of do it and target somebody.
Okay.
The stuff that happens doesn't really come into play until after I get attacked or get attack rolls made against me.
Okay.
But let me double check and see if there's something.
Also, just a reminder, after Adrian is Diamond. So you will be on deck.
Okay. And there are 5 bandits?
Yes.
Okay.
And one's face is very broken.
Fair.
The one that Elric hit is a goblin, and the others you can't tell due to the fact they're like, in armor.
Okay, I'm actually gonna roll to attack the one that's Elric. I don't
Okay.
actually know his name yet, but
Yeah, the other face eaten one.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna attack that one.
All right, roll for attack.
That is a 19.
That hits.
Sweet.
Damage.
So
You are using 1d4 plus your strength mod.
okay, hold on one second.
Unless you are you using the chain or the stick?
I'll use the stick first.
Okay, then yeah, strength.
D4 plus strength. That is 7.
7 total.
Yeah, I rolled a 4 and I have plus 3 to my strength.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Jesus.
Oh shit!
This is level 1, guys. Remember, squishy.
Can I shove it through his eyeball?
Oh.
I mean, I think with the fact that Elric broke his face, I don't think he can do much to stop you. Like I said, how do you want to do this?
Really, really loud and shove it through his eyeball.
Okay. So the goblin bandit, still recovering from Elric just clamoring him in the face, and then being dazed by whatever the hell Dell did to him, shakes their head for a minute just in time to see this part of the chair in your hand ram through his eye, and he just drops.
First blood.
And the other four are staring like, oh fuck, that just happened. And you said you had what? You're taking the stick back?
Yes, please.
Okay, you can take the stick back. Is that all you can do, or do you have more for your turn?
I don't have anything else I can do, but I would like to turn and snarl like a wild animal at the other 4.
You can do that. Because it is what it is. Roll for intimidation.
Woo!
Just so you know, Elric, you were right next to this, and you just are like, oh fuck.
Nice. Nice.
On the list of things you expected, I don't think that was it.
No.
That is a 17.
All 4 visibly look terrified. They are shaking while they're holding their fists up, and they know they can't run. There's nowhere for them to run, and they have to run past all of you. But they're hoping they don't have the same fate as their friend. Also,
the brown pants?
They are definitely wishing they wore the brown pants today. Speaking of, Hyacinth, you are up.
And they look terrified, right?
Oh yeah, they just watched their friend's face get pierced.
Hyacinth is gonna walk up next to Corey and just do eeny, meeny, miny, you, and pick one that is nearest.
Okay.
And attack with the leg of the chair.
Okay. Roll attack roll.
Is it just a straight D20?
Yeah. What?
16.
Okay. Yep. Roll damage.
It's a D4.
Yes, 1d4 plus your strength.
Well, 4 minus 1, so a 3.
Just 3 damage. Okay. You take yours after you're doing the eeny, meeny, miny, you, and you swing it right at their leg, cracking it against their knee, causing him to stumble forward and drop to one knee. He screams out in pain. grabbing his leg and just looking at his friends, going, "Don't just stand there, do something!"
Stand there. Either way, this is fun.
You could give up.
Uh,
That's no fun.
Someone has to say that.
do you have anything else you can do, or are you done?
That's it. That's all I can do.
Okay. Mogzio is on deck.
All right.
Meaning, like, it's your turn.
Right.
I've said, though, I shouldn't have said on deck. I should have said your turn. That was my bad.
No, I got you. Can I just do a quick scan without it eating my turn, just to see if I can see if our weapons are in here?
Roll for, I would consider that a bonus action, and so roll perception.
Only a 9.
You don't see anything in the room. It's obviously a mess hall. There is in the back of the room, though, a door that leads to another room.
If in that case, how far away is like the table that they're at?
From you specifically, 15 feet.
Okay, so the way that Mogzio would do this would be he would like run up to like just in front of the table and very nonchalantly like flap his wings so it doesn't really look like he's flying, but just like get a big jump to get himself up on the table.
Okay.
And then
You still got, I think, 15 feet of movement? You have 30, right?
I have 20.
Oh, okay, so you have 5 feet of movement left.
Yeah, so just like move. I guess I'm like right in front of the guy, and then there 2 like directly next to him.
Okay. Yeah. The one that Corey killed is on the floor. The next one is like maybe like a few feet to the side and on their knee. The other 3 are bunched up like right in front of you.
Okay. Yeah, just one of the ones that isn't currently being attacked.
Yeah.
I want to throw my pocket sand as a dirty trick.
Oh my god. Okay.
And try to blind them.
Pocket sand. Just waiting for it.
That's would that be considered an improvised weapon, or is that you using a skill?
It's a combat maneuver.
Oh, okay, then yeah, do that.
It's a 13 against their CMD.
Okay, that would be.
I should have made it lucky, but we'll see what happens.
You guys save those. You only get so much at a time.
Yeah.
What did you get? A 13?
I rolled a 13. Yeah.
So yeah, you beat theirs.
Ooh, all right. He is blinded for 1 round, if that's your ruling.
Yeah, yeah, 1 round will be fine. As the pocket sand flies up, the other 2 quickly block their hands as they see you do something. The third one, though, just does not see it in time, and all you hear is the, my eyes, my eyes. And it's like flailing in front of you, like wildly over the sudden, like, stinging of pocket sand. It brings back memories of a place he was in where he hated sand. It was rough and coarse and got everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
I'll just Jesus. I'll just kind of like, I won't like yell it out. The first one that I noticed, I'll just not like yell, but just so everyone can hear me. I'll just go, watch the door.
Okay. Will that be the end of your turn, though?
Yeah, that's a move, bonus. And
no,
stand,
I'm just making sure you
so.
didn't want to do anything else. Mike,
No,
you are.
I can't really do anything else.
Okay.
So, is the one that Hyacinth attacked the same one who's blinded right now, or is that a different one?
The one that's blinded is behind the one Hyacinth attacked.
Okay.
The one Hyacinth attacked is like right in front of you, Hyacinth and Corey right now, because you 3 are right next to each other.
Well, the one that got bashed in the knee by Hyacinth, I am gonna go up and choke a bitch while casting Harm Touch.
Okay.
While yelling angrily.
Do I need to roll, or do you need to roll?
You do not have to roll anything. There's no save.
Apparently. Okay.
So it's just 1d6 shadow damage.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do 1d6.
Choke a bow? Nah, choke a bitch.
Choke a bitch. All right, that's a 5.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
I just said I'm yelling angrily and I'm choking a bitch.
No. I mean, like, how do you plan on, like, you've killed him. How do you want to kill him?
I just choked the life out of him.
Okay. You said shadow touch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, harm touch. It's called harm touch.
Oh, harm touch. The rage you're exuding starts to channel in your hands, and they glow like a dark, shadowy aura around them as you just grab onto the one who's on his knees, and you squeeze tightly, and as you squeeze, you can see like the shadow emanating around their throat, almost like tightening more than your hands do. And while before they were holding their knee in pain, now they reach up and like trying to claw at your hand, trying to get free. But after a few seconds, the clawing slows until they just go limp in your hand
That works.
and just slack against the floor as you're holding on to them until you let go.
Perfect.
Now there are only 3 left, one of which who is blind, and it's their turns.
Can't wait. Can I? Well, no, that's an attack. I was gonna say, can I like glare at the rest of them, intimidating, and try to be intimidating?
I let them do a bonus action, so you can do a bonus action of intimidation attempt.
So that's a d20.
You just roll your intimidation, yeah.
Okay, so that's 14 plus 3, I think. Yeah, 17.
The one who's blinded obviously doesn't see shit. He's busy like clawing sand, so he's not phased. The other 2, though, visibly have just watched Ori destroy that one's face. You choked the life out of the other one that Hyacinth just like broke their knee, and then watched Mogsio, this small trench coat wearing Moogle, pocket sand the fuck out of their friend.
I feel like it's really important to mention that it's not just a trench coat. It's a bright yellow trench coat.
It's a bright.
That is true. It is a bright yellow trench coat.
Very stealthy.
Because of the level of intimidation that they've been hitting by twice now, these 2 actually try to disengage and run for the door. In doing so, they have to go past all of you, which means you each get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Hyacinth, Elric, and Corey, you get it first. Mogsio, I think because the guy that you pocket sand is in front of you, you don't have as much reach. So those 3 will have the attack of opportunity.
Okay, so it's just d20.
Yeah, it's a D20 attack.
So, question.
Yes.
For a combat maneuver, is that the same as an attack?
What are you planning to do? Like
I
contact?
just want to trip one of the ones that's coming near me, and I have, as a thief, I can use for combat maneuvers, I can use disarm, sunder, and trip. Use.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In that case, yeah.
Okay.
Because it'd be like
That's
if a fighter does feint attack, you're still doing the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a 17.
They have. Yeah, you beat them. So the one you put your foot out for does trip.
Okay.
Corey, what is your attack of opportunity going to be?
So, I'd like to tackle one of them to the ground.
Okay. That would be
The one that's not tripped, I guess.
well, yeah. I'm assuming. I would just say that's an unarmed strike, because like you're just going to use your full body to tackle. So
I
that
get
would just
something to that. Hold on.
okay.
I think it's usually CMB versus CMD.
Yeah,
attack.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Looking at this, yeah. Wish they actually like. Yeah, it'd be as Britt said, it would be CMD versus CMB.
What does sunder mean?
What's what mean?
Sunder.
Sunder. Like, what would that be?
Thunder is destroying equipment
Yeah,
with your weapon.
Okay.
like you rendered something asunder.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm reading this wrong on the Roegadyn page.
Okay.
But it's the thing where it says something about treating the Roegadyn as one size larger,
Oh,
if that's advantageous. But I can't tell if that's only in defending or in attacking or in both.
I'm looking it up now. Give me hidden. Where is it?
I am dumb. It is literally under defense racial traits.
No, that's what I was like. I'm just making sure, and that doesn't make you dumb. Like it is. It is. You know what it is.
Anyway, I'm still gonna try to tackle him.
Oh yeah. What's your What is your CMB?
One second.
Yep.
Do I roll that and then add the stuff to it?
Your CMB is determined by base attack bonus, strength mod, your size mod, and that's the total.
That's your
Okay, so then that should be 4 right now.
Yours is a 4.
If those are the only numbers you add to it, yes.
yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Theirs is. Yeah, you beat theirs. So yeah, you do tackle them to the ground. They're struggling, but you do tackle them.
nice.
Excellent. I'm going to look him in the face and ask him why he's such a fucking coward.
He obviously he can't look anywhere else. He goes, have you seen what you just did to my friend?
Yeah, what are you so scared of?
He can't speak. He's that terrified of you. So both of them have fallen, and then one is pocket sanded.
Do I still have my attack of opportunity?
If you want, because one is pinned, you would have
And the other one's
disadvantage.
tripped.
The other one being tripped, I would say, is prone. So anything ranged, you have a disadvantage. Just say no.
Okay. The one who's pinned, I guess. That would be a melee attack disadvantage on them?
You just have to be careful you don't hit Corey.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I'll just hit the one that's tripped. Let's take it. Question for attack rolls, do I add the melee attack bonus down there? The 2 that I got on my string?
Melee attack bonus?
There's melee attack bonus and range.
Yeah, you add that.
Okay.
Yep.
So alright, so whatever I roll, I add that. Rolled a 13, so 15.
You got 13. You got 13. You said.
I rolled a 13, so I got 15 total.
Okay, then yeah, you hit. Roll damage.
Okay, so when full damage.
Yeah, you still have to roll your damage attack.
Oh, okay.
Which is the 1d4 plus strength.
Yes. 4. That's a 3 plus 1 is 4. I'm gonna swing on the guy who tripped.
All right. As they're going down, you have enough time to see them, and you just swing down, almost like you're holding a billy club.
Nice.
Hyacinth's leg throws out, so they're falling down, and you lean over and just crack them in the back of the skull, causing them to fall faster and face smash right into the stone floor. That would now mean that because all that happened, they can't do much because one's pinned, one's prone. Top of the round.
One's pocket sanded.
Yeah, and also the one who's pocket sanded is like using his whole action to wipe his face so he can see again. Top of the round, Britt, you're up.
Okay. I want to use my skill where I can take a running start and jump.
Okay. How much of your movement are you going to use for the running?
However
You
much
just
I
need to use
have
any.
to. What was that?
You don't need to use any since you're a dragoon. You're
Oh
whenever
yeah,
you
yeah,
drop
you
your
don't have to worry
automatic
about that.
considered.
Yeah, I forgot, your dragoon. Your class like erases that whole thing.
Yeah, but I do have to make an acrobatics roll to do it.
All right, so you go do that.
Natural 20, so 24.
Dice have been nice to us today.
They have, and I'm kind of wondering like how long will this last?
Aside from the slipping through the floor, it's been pretty good.
It's only because I'm using my metal dice. If I was using my other ones, they would betray me. So
Yeah,
Trippy,
switch to
baby,
metal.
Trippy.
Okay, so
I
you.
want to do that. So I jump up
Yep.
to where Mogzio is.
Okay. Now there are 2 Moogles on the table.
Yeah. And then I don't know if I can still attack, if that's considered my movement.
I would say that's your movement.
It's
Okay, I'm going to take my broken piece of chair then, and I'm going to smack him with it, the one that was pocket sanded.
Okay, roll for attack.
Do I add anything to that? Would it be like my strength?
This is
it could
considered.
be AP.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Strength and BAB.
Yeah.
21.
Okay, roll damage.
Four.
All right, you did 4 damage. This one just finishes getting the sand out of his eyes. He's wiping his like face off and just finally able to see. And first thing that comes across his vision is a dragoon Moogle with a stick, slamming the stick across his face horizontally. He just spins in like
Says stay down.
the man is like spun around and completely sideswiped by the attack and is just like, what the fuck just hit me? Icarus, you are up.
And that I am. I unfortunately don't really have a lot of offensive
Mhm.
anything. That's why eventually, but more controllery right now. So I think I'm gonna bedazzle someone else.
You got the pinned one, the one who just got cracked in the face, or the one who just got face planted into the ground, who's probably already seeing stars.
Let's go with the pinned one. Just make it a little easier to hopefully get rid of them later.
Okay.
Make me a fortitude save, please.
Yep. You said the DC was what, 13?
13, yes.
Okay. They rolled a 10. They did not succeed.
You are dazzled, son.
Corey, you noticed the one that you just pinned. Their eyes kind of like glow for a second, and like they look slack jawed and a little bit. The best way I can describe it is, you know, when those merry-go-round things they had playgrounds, when you get off, your whole body is like. You look fine, but there's always that look of like their brain is still spinning and trying to catch up with everything. Also, once Icarus is done, it will be Corey's turn.
I'm pretty sure that's all of my turn.
Okay.
He's not really moving anywhere. He's not going to be swinging anything. He's just sort of. I helped.
Okay, so it's my turn.
Yes. The guy that you were pinning just got dazed, and he looks like he just got corkscrew spun. Like at 50 miles per hour.
Well, this one's not gonna hit me.
If he hits
is
you,
there
I'll be
anybody
impressed.
left standing?
You're still pinning him to the ground like you wanted to.
Oh, I mean, is anybody else like or?
Just the
Yeah.
one that DFA and Mogzio pocket sand side swiped. That one is focused on the 2 Moogles on the table.
I'm trying to think of what to do to this guy. But he's also kind of boring now. So I might just knee him in the crotch and get up.
Okay, roll an unarmed strike, which is just a D20 in strength.
It's an 18 plus 3.
Yeah, you hit. Roll damage.
Easy.
It's your strength modifier plus D. It's D4.
That would be a 6.
Oh god, I can't believe I'm going to ask this question. You're kneeing him in the crotch. How do you want to finish this?
Oh no.
For the
Let's
three like biologically men in this call, I think all three of us are just having a moment of no, thank you.
How?
Up.
I got the perfect gif for it.
Oh, oh, for those of us with
guess
that,
I'm just gonna knee him so hard I destroy everything?
it was more a question of like, did you plan on like being effort or just being like, this is what I'm doing and I'm moving on?
Oh no, I was gonna do it as hard as I could, but
There you go.
did I just kill a guy by kneeing him in the junk?
Yep.
I mean,
For every
Hell yeah.
it is a possibility that you can do that. So
To be fair, it's like the ultimate Darwin Award.
uh,
Darwin Hill.
the others don't. The others are just like, doing their own thing. All they notice of Corey, who's pinned this guy still, they notice her like drive her leg into knee them. The guard that's pinned, their entire face goes a shade of blue, and the most unnatural sound escapes from between their gritted teeth before their eyes essentially roll back and they just go limp under Corey. No sound. It's just like, nope. And just all effort is escape their body.
This is my favorite kill I've ever gotten in anything.
damn.
This is amazing.
Oh my god, that was not what any of I signed up for tonight. Anyway.
That's 2 kills for Corey.
Yeah, Corey's up to 2 kills, one stabbing in the head, one kneeing in the other head, I guess.
Yeah.
Corey didn't come to fuck around.
All I'm saying is Corey is the top for headshots.
2 for 2. Well, 3 for 3 maybe.
Yeah, depending how you want to dice that.
I guess I'm gonna stand up and kind of roll up over with my toe or something. I don't know.
Okay, no, that's... You stood up and you look down and the person you were on top of is clearly dead.
That's new.
I will say that based on the difference in size, it is possible that just the sheer strength of your body caused way too much pressure and all that. So it was not just what you did; it was just shit luck on their end.
I'm big.
Big and scary. Hyacinth, you are up.
Did Corey do that to the one that I had?
Nope. The one that you tripped had been cracked in the back of the head by
I cracked him in the back
by
of the head.
Elric.
Yeah. He's face planted
one-
right now.
Out.
Wait, what?
No, he's still alive, I think, right?
Yeah, he's still alive, but
barely probably.
the crack to the head, the trip, had caused him to fall face first to the ground. He is prone.
Okay. And what about the one that was blinded with pocket sand? And then
That one
slapped
got
by Moogle?
that one got like pimp slapped with a stick,
Okay.
and still is dealing with the Moogles.
Did I see Corey murder this man?
You saw Corey on
Above
top of
that.
them. You
definitely
saw
heard
them
him.
move, like their body moved, and then you saw them die. You don't know the details of what just happened.
We did hear him though.
Yeah, you heard that noise anyone who's got
Godly
hit there
scream.
makes.
All right, then. I guess I'm going to hold my attack against
Okay.
the one that's still upright. Got bitch slapped by a Moogle.
Okay.
I'm going to hold just a smack with the leg of the chair because I'm assuming the one that is face down is taken care of for the most part.
Yeah, they're.
I'm just going to,
Oh yeah, if none of you, I'm going in. No one else hits
yeah.
him.
So I'm just like keeping my eye on the one that's still upright to where if that one makes an attack against in my line of vision, like who is in my line of vision with that guy?
If you're facing the guy, you see Elric to your right, Corey on the floor to your right. On the table, directly in front, like to the side of all this, is Mogzio, then and DFA, and then the guys directly, in your line of sight because that's where you look.
Okay. Well, if the guy tries to attack one of the Moogles, then I'll attack the guy.
All right. Did you want to do anything else?
Nope, just
Oh,
that.
Okay. Next up is Mogzio.
All right. So we still have
The one in front of
tricked
you
guy
and the one who's
and
prone.
the blind guy, or the guy who was blind.
Yep.
Oh, I guess I'll smack the dude that I'm right next to.
Okay. Roll for attack.
Let me just browse real quick, super quick. Sorry, I should have been doing this
You-
in the middle. No, I don't want to use another luck. I'll just swing.
Okay. Go for the attack roll.
Ooh, all right. 21 to hit.
Jesus.
Roll damage.
Yeah, I use my charisma modifier for my attack bonus.
Nice.
Gotta
It's
have the
pretty nasty.
Gotta have the flair.
Let's see, damage. Not for damage though, just flat damage. 2.
Just 2?
Yep.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Oh hell yeah. Non-lethally if possible.
Okay.
Just crack him right in the temple and knock him out.
All right. You said before you have like enough to like lift yourself a little bit with your wings. So like right after you see DFA cracks horizontally, you jump up and use your wings just for a little bit of height and come down diagonally right against his temple in the direction he's moving. So you bash him back the other way. He falls over, his torso slumping onto the table before sliding down to the floor. He is out cold, not dead. But as you land, you notice you probably could have been a little more gentle because that looked like it hurt a little bit more than it should have.
I'm not too concerned as long as he's out. Not
Yep,
dead.
he is out. Is there anything else you would like to do? Or is that all you can do?
I guess I will just move as far as I can towards the door. That way, ideally, I'd get an attack of opportunity if someone tries to go past me.
Okay. You can make the full movement. You are now standing next to Dell, who is still looking like, oh, you're back. Okay. And if that's your turn, we will move on to Elric.
Is unarmed damage about the same as the makeshift club I got?
The unarmed strike is your strength modifier plus I think a D. Unarmed strike is uh 1 plus your strength modifier.
Okay, so I roll a 20 and then add the 2.
You roll a d20 to see if you hit them, and if you do hit, you do 1 plus your strength modifier.
Okay, so I'm just gonna hit the club then,
Okay.
or attempt to.
Yeah. So roll attack.
That's another 15.
That does hit. Roll damage.
Okay, that was D4. You said, right?
Yep.
That's a 3.
You roll a 3. How do you want to finish?
He's face down.
In the ground.
Face down in the ground. Let's just say, shove the blunt end of it to the back of his neck. Snap it.
Snap his neck.
Yeah.
Okay. You see the guy's laying down. He's like trying to put his hands to the floor so he can stand back up. As he does, you just take the back end, flick it around so the smoother end is facing down. Bring it down hard, and as he comes up, you slam right in the center of his neck, pushing him back down, and you hear both the pop of a neck, but you also feel the splintering of the stick from the pressure that you do. The The stick is broken. It's useless now, but his neck broke in the same token.
Nice.
And that is combat. 5 are dead, 1 is unconscious.
What did it?
Yeah, we sure did.
I'm now fatigued for 1 minute. Which
Wait,
is...
what was that?
Okay, I'm fatigued for 1 minute now. Which
Okay.
is probably a good point for me to like bow out because I absolutely need to go to bed.
Nope,
'cause
that's
I have
that's
school
perfectly
tomorrow.
fine.
But I'm so glad I didn't go when I said I was gonna go because
Death
it's
by
the best
death,
thing I've ever done.
death by crotch
Death by-
shot.
One small thing before we finish. Dell looks around at everything, and despite the fact that he really shouldn't be able to necessarily do this, he goes over to the corner and gets sick. So
Okay,
Oh.
the poor boy is experiencing murder.
no, it's totally fine. Just this is his first combat, and it was many, and he is sick.
I'm disappointed that I didn't even get hit.
It's level 1. Like the joy of level 1 is the players are just gonna burst through tutorial style. That being said, timing wise, actually this works out perfect. Adrian, you actually made the whole session. This is where you guys hit level 2.
Yay!
And this is actually the general end of the session because combat was the main goal. So if you guys want, between now and next week, you can work on your character sheets for level 2. And if anyone needs to stay later, we can work on it after the session and all that. Adrian, if you just need to go to bed, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I'm tired of my back hurts, but
No,
this was a lot of fun.
No, that makes total sense. Same day next week, unless something comes up.
Sweet. All right, see y'all next week.
All right.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yep.
Bye.
While we wrap this up just for tuning, no one else came in the room. Like, you guys the room is secure. The one who's unconscious is still on the floor next to the table. 5 bodies are where they are. And as I mentioned before, when Mogzio looked, there is a door in the back of the room. So next week when we start, you can investigate the door as well as deal with the unconscious bandit that you guys have laying beside you now. If there's no questions, we can call that there.
Sounds good.
Okay. To those in the audience, thank you for watching. This was a lot less than I expected off the rails. There were a few moments where I'm like, oh shit. But overall, we hope you all enjoyed. This episode will be on YouTube next Tuesday. For those who missed parts of it, all episodes will go up the week after, so that you can watch it before seeing the next episode on Wednesdays. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. We will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.